to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon.
Got my ticket for the BOOGA train.
And Robert Benson has his ticket to ride on the BOOGA train. Thank you so much. And I am Certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday, the end of the week. That means if you're here, you are indeed made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga, bim bams and flum bums. Oh, what's going on? Welcome back. It's Friday once again. You know what that means. You know what time it is. The weekend is once again upon us. It's time to kick back and relax, set sail here on board the Gyat Yacht, and cruise right on into the weekend. The best way that I know how, kicking back, relaxing with you guys, the bim bams, the flum bums, the bacon ears and baconettes, otherwise known as the best community on YouTube. That's right. We're going to be having some laughs here, A-logging some cartoons, going over the latest memes that I've cooked up for these decades-old cartoons. And of course, we got everybody's favorite segment of the week.
And here's my ticket for the BOOGA train.
The BOOGA train. I'm starting to think maybe that is everybody's favorite segment. No, thank you, Reverb 154. Appreciate you. Hey, we just need one more. BOOGA train will be ready to leave the station. We're making it happen once again. But no, we got everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup. So hopefully you guys kept those Wrangle devices tuned up in tip-top condition, because look at this Gyat Fairy right here. Get her in your stable.
It's time to slap America skinny again, because we're getting into Linguini Martini Bikini season. Shamwowzers.
Shamwowzers, that's right. We're going to make America skinny again, one slap at a time. That's right. Linguini Martini Bikini season is right around the corner. Technically, we're already there. I don't know about you guys. I'm having the AC cranked up all day. Okay, so I think we're already in Linguini Martini Bikini season. Okay, so yeah, we got to be making America skinny again. One slap.
Shoot you.
There we go. Loki of Snake Mountain completing the BOOGA train early on in the show. Let's go.
Pardon me, boy.
There it is.
That's the Chattanooga choo-choo.
Ready to depart.
Right
The
on track
Chattanooga
29.
choo-choo.
Boy,
It's
you can
loaded
give
up
me a
with
shot.
pantsuits. Oh, we got a bass dono from Chester Stevens.
We must protect the existence of jiggle physics and a future for our waifus. Hail hentai.
Beast. Let's go. And T-Bone's rocking with Rogue in the
Happy
Savage
birthday
Land.
to No Name OVA and Tony Nuggets. No Name being a fan of the music and Nuggets being a fellow man of culture with crazy movies on Thursdays for both mates.
Hey, and then Whis with a mesmerizing dono. Let's go. Getting us mesmerized.
Just stopping by on my way to this tower with a grail-shaped beacon. Sham wowzers.
Well, see, don't let that fool you. You know, sometimes we have a light that's grail shaped. Okay, the light on the top of our tower is grail shaped. We've been telling them to change it. So, you know, a lot of confusion happens. So just be careful, okay? but thank you, Wiz. Thank you. Appreciate the massive dono right there, getting us mesmerized. T-Bone rocking out with Rogue and the Savage Land, jamming to the X-Men theme song right there. And yes, wishing some birthday baconeers a happy birthday. I was going to get there, but let's go ahead and do it. No Name OVA and Tony Nuggets. We have two, not one, but two birthday baconeers in the chat tonight. So happy birthday to both of you guys. No Name, you've been around for a while. I think you've achieved moldy oldie baconeer status. You've been around for a while. And Tony Nuggets, even if he might be on the newer side of baconeers, he feels like he's a moldy oldie baconeer, man. He's like already part of the family. And just as T-Bone mentioned in the super chat there, he's been doing all sorts of awesome streaming. Like really, like big shout outs to Lynch and Tony Nuggets, Michael Russum. I'm trying to think. There's some guys that have been just killing it with streams in OBTV. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So, and happy birthday once again to the birthday baconeers. So we're going to get into a lot of good stuff here tonight, guys. We got a lot of fun to get into. Of course, we got the Saturday morning preview. We've got the thrust bus getting gassed up and ready to drive.
And we must not forget the thrust bus. The power of Samus's thighs, abs, and booty is quite a sight to behold in the spandex.
Yeah, she's a powerful waifu there. Powerful waifu. Thick thighs can save lives, but thick thighs can also end lives if you're a renegade Metroid. So watch out. Watch out. Yeah, we're fueling up the thrust bus. It's gassed up. It's ready to drive with diameter. Let's go. Thank you, Reverb 154. Appreciate you, man. Big support right out of the gate. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be stacking up those perpetual waifu machine meters there, which is good because, you know, the waifus, they go whack for the stack. So I think we're going to have a good roundup tonight. We've got some really good stuff from Master Krakken and Odacat. I've got the other artists working on some new stuff as well, so we'll have even more variety coming up soon. But Krakken, man, he's just been knocking out of the park. Odacat as well. So I think you guys, based on the reactions anyway, I think you guys have been enjoying the recent roundups. And so tonight is no exception. We got some really good stuff from these talented artists, bringing you new and exclusive waifu pinups each and every week, man. They, like I said, they are knocking out of the park. So thank you guys for the big support. Okay, it goes a long way to help out the artist as well as keeping the station in orbit. So thank you guys. There is a link pinned right there in the live chat if you would like to support the channel. It is never required, but always appreciated. And it does actually get some bonuses here, you know, during the waifu roundup. Yeah, I like to give back, okay? So we're going to get some extra waifus here in the waifu roundup. But yeah, we also have a little bit of a nostalgia spotlight. It's more like leftovers from Wednesday because I was not expecting the level of fun that we had with the infomercial theme. I figured it would be pretty fun. I was expecting a lot of jank and just sort of like asking what the hell is this the whole night, just all night. What is this? But no, we ended up having a lot of fun, a lot of unlocked memories. I didn't realize that I'd actually seen so many infomercials. I just remember seeing a few back in the day because I would usually, you know, try to avoid them. You look in the TV guide, you see paid programming. You're like, oh, hell no, I'm avoiding that channel during that time block, you know? But apparently I saw a lot more than I realized because it was just like constant memory unlocked. It was a lot of fun though.
Thick thighs are the leading cause of death by Snoo.
That's right. That's right. Painting and Rambling. And if you don't believe him, watch GoldenEye. Okay. Watch that James Bond movie GoldenEye, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Obviously, Painting and Rambling, he already knows. But thank you, man. Thank you for the ticket to ride on the BOOGA train. We're adding more cars to it, man. It's ready to go. It's rolling out. We got more cars on there. Kitty's got the caboose loaded with pantsu, as he always does. Wowzers and all that. So yeah, I've got a couple of, well, really just one left over, but it's a bit of a doozy from the infomercial stream on Wednesday. So that's what we got for the Nostalgia Spotlight. So it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. So yeah, we've got all the segments ready to go for you guys.
Time to kick back and relax.
I'm looking for a super chat that says, stupid, followed by a jlaw moment. Also, in other news, I've taken a break from tracking to attend a con for the chance to meet the VAs of Rogue and Ms. Dundee. Fingers crossed.
I almost started thinking it was Martin Mystery for a second.
Stealth check.
Stealth check. Failed once again. Let's go. We got back to back. Look at that. Elongated E from Shantae and a stealth check back to back, courtesy of Loki and Ron McChaos. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So Loki is looking for a super chat that says stupid. I know I can hear Hannah saying it. Every time I read that word, I just hear Hannah's voice in my head, followed by a J-Law moment. You know what? I can make that happen. I can make that happen. I don't have it ready, which I'm kind of wondering. I feel like, am I slipping here? How did I not already make that? That's a perfect super chat pop up. Hannah just going stupid, and then a J-Law moment. That's a great idea. So yeah, we're gonna make that happen. He says also in other news, I've taken a break from tracking the Maidens of Mayhem. I saw the MOM and I started thinking Martin Mystery there. To attend a con for the chance to meet the VAs of Rogue and Ms. Dundee. Fingers crossed. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yes, fingers crossed. Good luck to you, sir. I don't know too much about the VA of Rogue as far as what she's like in person, but Susan Roman, the voice actress for Hannah Dundee, I've seen a few interviews and stuff. She just seems like super nice. She seems like a really cool, chill lady. So good luck, man. I hope you end up with some good stories there. And then, of course, the stealth check from Ron McChaos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, we're going to get into it, guys. We got all the segments ready to go. A lot of fun here tonight. I'm ready to go. I don't know about you guys. I've been looking forward to the weekend, like I always do. That kind of goes without saying. But this week in particular, I was just kind of ready. I was kind of ready for it to be over. So I'm really glad that it's Friday. I'm glad that we're finally setting sail, cruising on into the weekend. Okay, we're here on board the yacht. All right, people have been taking the BOOGA train. We've had quite a few, like 4 or 5 cars added to the BOOGA train here tonight. The thrust bus, they all offer dockside delivery. So come on down, right on down, get on board the yacht, bacon ears and baconettes, bim bams and flum bums, one and all. It's time to get on board the yacht because we are cruising into the weekend, man. I've been waiting. Oh man, this week, okay. It was something else, but it wasn't too bad. It's, I've had worse, but yeah, I'm glad that we're here at the weekend. We can hang out with the bacon ears. You guys are awesome. Look at you already putting bacon in the sky. It's almost like the moldy oldie bacon ears. They already know when it's time to say hello. You guys could sense it coming this time. You guys are good. Okay, hats off to you. But if you're new, I'll let you know what to do. You just gotta put that bacon in the sky, send it way up high, all the way up into orbit. Look at it go out. This might be one of the cloudiest nights of bacon that I've ever seen. My goodness, look at all of that. Let's go. Love to see it. Who do we got in here? I see Loki Thorson. What's going on, man? We got K. Ojo. Matthew Skudzinski is here. There's Duo Maxwell. Retro Ryu is here. We got Sean Dodson. The Gojira. What's going on?
We have 5-hour channel surfing, but how much of that is clips and how much of that is Kitty saying
Eventually, we're going to have to do research, okay? We're going to have to put together a science team and launch research into that, all combined from all the different streams since the meme started.
Are calling all baconers and baconettes. Here's my ticket.
Thank you, Brazel. Appreciate you giving us a nice Janna of the Jungle call with Savage Land Rogue right there. But yeah, we need to assemble a team of scientists and actually put forth the effort to study since the meme began, not just in the one single stream, but like combined all together, how much time has been spent Kitty reading E's.
I have been doing some intel gathering on the maidens. It is confirmed that Vanessa Warfield, Venom is their intelligence officer.
I knew it. I knew it. We had a hunch. There were reports. There were rumors circulating around. And it seems that they are founded. I knew it. I knew it. Thank you. Appreciate the hair flip right there. Love it. All right, let's see who else we got in here. I think we left off with Sean Dodson. We got No Name OVA, one of the birthday baconeers right there. Leave me alone, please. No. We got Isaac Nieder here. Kakarot. What's going on? There's Furious. What's up, Furious? Let's see. We got Hellspawn Leviathan. Hail, brother. What's up? There's Spyro Man. We got Taverns Pole. / with the bacon. Let's go. Lynch 85 with the cruise ships ready to go. He is ready to set sail. He's cruising. Let's go. Kyle Conklin is here. Says, here's to hoping that the new month comes peacefully. Yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy how fast this year is going. It felt like just last week it was still January. It was still early in the year. And now it's practically halfway over. A little scary. A little scary. Slow down there, time. Cool your jets, okay? Cool your jets there, flow of space and time. All right, let's just chill. But yes, let's hope that it does come peacefully. Thank you, Kyle Conklin. Gabriel Villegas is here. We got Ron Chaos. Hey, old brother. There's Waste of Space, a.k.a. Cheetos, a.k.a. the #1 troll with his catchphrase, Bah Humzook, boy. There's Duo Maxwell. What's going on, man? We got blood work for crying in the mud, Bobby. Everybody run. It's blood work. Chaos Mage is here. We got Neo 007. Definitely not Hunter Batista. This is definitely not fooling anybody. That's Hunter Batista right there. Lucky Stepladder is here. We got Tomatoes, Killer Tomatoes, which is actually the movie we're watching tonight at midnight. Killer Tomatoes Strike Back. We got Michael Russum. Hey, old brother, what's going on? Good to see you as always. Loki Thorson with his Canadian bacon, the maple leaves in there with the bacon. We got Kenzo's Creations, my eternal rival in Crossfire. That's right, it's Zoomerang Friday, because one of these days we're going to Zoomerang to the death for Nocturna. Let's go. Let's see. We got Crossfire. Speaking of Zoomerangs in the Crossfire arena, there's Crossfire right there getting caught up in it. Let's go. Carlos Cal is here. Whoa, buddy, we're getting mesmerized again. Let's go. Big Dono from Brazil.
Hail to the stream boss. Hey, hey.
Hey, elongated hey. That was quite an evil laugh there, quite a maniacal, elongated laugh there. But thank you, Brazzle, taking over Stream Boss. We will definitely get your pizza rolls raining soon enough here. Let's get through the rest of these shout outs. I think I left off with Carlos Cal right there. I see DeLorean123, Sane Adam, / with the bacon right there, brother. We got Chester Stevens, one half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. And we saw Wiss earlier, the other half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. So one of the tag team champion teams is here tonight. And Kyle Conklin, so that's 1/3 of the Hollywood Kylun Coalition. So we might see a battle later on. Who knows? Let's see. Storm Shield is here. We got Toonhole John. Wolverine. What's up, bub? Jason Long. Hail to you, brother. And Tim J as well. Hell. We got T-Bone Tony the Bard. T-Bone. What's going on, man? You've been making some cameos. It's a joke, but I don't know why. It's stupid, but I love it. It's just funny. Anybody named Tony? There was even a character named T-Bone. Okay, that was what was so crazy. There was a couple of characters named Tony on Channel Surfing, and then we're watching a movie. It was either later that night or last night, and one of the characters is called T-Bone. So you've been making some cameos, man, and we're going to see another one tonight, a T-Bone Python cameo tonight on the preview for tomorrow's lineup. But let's see, we got Chaos Mage in here. Prince of the Abyss says, I had bacon on my pizza tonight in your honor. Hey, bacon is a good pizza topping. Well done. Bacon and jalapenos, man, that's a killer pizza right there. But good to see you, Prince of the Abyss. James D. Morris is here, says it's bacon and roses time. Alchemy is here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Glad to hear you're doing well too, man. Let's see. We got Isaac Nieder here. There's Robert Benson. What's going on? We got Southside Ronin. It's Friday night. That's right, man. I'm so hyped. I'm so glad it's the weekend. We got Hat on Fire. Yeah. And making me want to play that meme again, man. Much to everybody's terror, to their detriment. I don't know if they'd be happy with it, but every time I see hat on fire, it just makes me think of that music video. Let's see. We got Tony Nuggets. There he is. The other birthday baconeer checking in. The other birthday baconeer. Happy birthday to you as well, sir. Hopefully you're having a good one. Merrick Hartz is here. Good to see you, sir. Medieval Syphilis. Might want to get that checked out. Let's see. We got Sean Weitzel. What's going on, man? Anybody else that I missed? I'm scrolling down. Retro Ryu. I think I got Retro Ryu, but just in case, there he is. And Impu T. Hey, Sushi. What's going on, man? And anybody else that I may have missed, I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'll try to give you a shout out as we go along. There's a whole lot of bacon in there. I still see a few more. I still see a few more people. I see Mech. What's going on, Mech? Richard Hooper is here. 4444 Lowbrow. Ricardo Vasquez. Yeah, we still got some bacon flying up in the sky, man. So good to see you guys. Glad you're all here. Do me a favor, like up the stream if you're ready to get into the madness tonight, okay? If you're feeling like me and you're glad it's the weekend, maybe even a little more so than usual, then like up the stream for me, okay? We're going to get into the madness tonight. We got some good memes. The future, as I titled the stream, the future is a strange place, okay? Because we're kind of going back into outer space here. Last week we did a little bit more of a spy theme, a secret agent, masters of disguise, but we were doing space themes a couple weeks before. Well, we're going back. We're going back to space already.
This happens. Oh, great. Shaboxa, you liar.
What you gonna do with all that ass inside that mech?
I order a larger hatch. I like how Shabatza, or what is that? Was that her name? Shabatza? I can't. It's kind of hard to hear what she says sometimes. How she's a liar, like she said, "Oh yeah, that's a regulation hatch." Okay, your cake will fit. You're fine. Oh, you liar! You liar! Oh man, it's kind of like a J-Law moment, kind of a J-Law moment, because odds are Shabatza knew she wouldn't fit, but she told her she would anyway, because she probably is like jealous or something. It's a total J-Law moment. It really is. It's under the surface. It's not as obvious as like a car crash. But that's definitely maybe even a little Frostiflakes in there, It's under the surface, a little bit of Frostiflakes, a little bit of J-Law. It's bubbling under the surface there. But let's go. Thank you guys, man. Massive support tonight. You guys are awesome. Massive support right out of the gate. We're going to have a really good waifu roundup. I got a feeling. And it's good. You guys are going to love these pinups, man. We got some really good stuff. Of course, some new top waifus. They've been popping up recently, with Jana of the Jungle, Goldie Gold, which I honestly, when I first, because I found both of those shows around the same time, and honestly, I would have bet money that Jana was going to be the one to pull out in front, phrasing, the you know what I mean, though, to be the waifu that sort of ascended to the new top waifu first. But Goldie Gold, man, she just skyrocketed, man. She went crazy, and I don't blame you guys. They're both like top tier material. But it just sort of surprised me how Goldie Gold sort of overshadowed Jana so quickly. But now we've got a new waifu that may threaten both of them. In fact, she might even be rivaling established waifus.
This is the chief. Right, got it.
The hatch is regulation. That ass is not. But to be honest, we don't care. That just means more cake to enjoy while in the waifu stables.
I see. You know what? Fair point. And let's go, Chester Stevens, getting us mesmerized again. Let's go.
Now I'ma sip this Zook juice, and you gon' lose them pants. Now watch me throw this money while you do it with no hands.
Holy shit, the lyrical super chats are back. We got the elongated E's. Now there's elongated E maniacal laughs. The lyrical super chats are back. And we learned that, really the hatch is regulation. Technically, Shabatza didn't lie, but she did know that her ass... What was it? What's her name? Shizuru? Was that the girl in the gift? That her ass was not regulation. And she could have told her. So I think it is still a little bit of a J-Law beneath the surface. Okay. Some covert Frostiflakes, some covert J-Law. I believe it. But thank you, Chester Stevens, man. Big dono right there. I needed to get to the stream boss. What do we call that? Acknowledgement, I guess. I needed to get to that sooner because Brazel, Whist was stream boss. Brazel took it over. And here I am hot dogging and grandstanding. And now Chester Stevens is taking over stream boss. Okay. Very, very respectable health bar right now. 54.88 hit points on the health bar. So let's go ahead without further ado. Let's hail Chester Stevens. Get some pizza rolls raining. Get the waifu swinging. A well-fought battle. A very well-fought battle, okay? Like I said, Wiz came in hot. Big Dono mesmerized his way into stream boss. Brazel came in, said, no, I'm taking it. And then Chester Stevens says, well, hold on. You're dealing with the Cheddar Swiss coalition. So if my tag team partner's under attack, well, like a good partner, he's going to step in. He's going to help out. So all hail Chester. Hell, everybody, man. Thank you guys. Everybody. Big support tonight. Everybody being here. Appreciate you guys. I'm ready to have some fun. I think it's like I was saying before, the title of the stream, man, the future's a strange place, okay? Because, we went to space for a couple of weeks, then we took a break. We did a little spy theme, But now we're going back to space. And holy shit, we're zooking out. Whoa, buddy. Zook.
Reporter April O'Neil's best friend, Irma, stumbled through the wrong door and filled out the application to join the hunt for the mom. She was sent out for donuts and coffee, and was disappeared. She either kidnapped or she fell into the sewers. Again.
She kidnapped herself. Thank you, Loki Thorson. Holy shit, massive dono right there. Zooking out like Conan. And for a second, I thought you were going to say that Irma stumbled in through the wrong door and filled out an application to join the Maidens of Mayhem. not to like try to hunt them down, but to join them, like they have applications for henchwomen, I guess, goonettes. For the goonettes, Irma's applying to be a goonette in the Maidens of Mayhem. Okay. But you know what's funny though, is the result would be the same. They would send her out for donuts and coffee too. Like regardless if she's on, the Good Waifu team or the Maidens of Mayhem team, both are sending her out for coffee and donuts, and she would probably just fall into the sewer or kidnap herself. So, the result's kind of the same in the end. But thank you, Irma, you traitor. She's a henchwench, a goonette. Let's go. All right. So, yeah. So we're going back to space in tomorrow's theme here, but with a little bit of a twist, because not only are we going in space, but we're also going to the future. Great Scott. Okay. I charged tomorrow morning, Saturday morning volume. Okay. I charged it up with 1.21 gigawatts when I was editing the video and putting together all the episodes, thinking, what do we want to feature? I know we're going to have more Valerian and Laureline. We've been loving that. It's like the traditional end cap now. I think this is the 4th week in a row, and everybody seems to be enjoying it, myself included. So I'm going through, I'm looking at everything. I go, there's only one thing that's going to make this lineup as good, if not better than the rest. I gotta inject 1.21 gigawatts because we're going back to the future. So yeah, we're going into the future as well as into space here. So we got some crazy stuff, but it's a weird place. I discovered, okay? I discovered the future a little on the strange, a little odd, okay? Some weird stuff going on. So we're going to take a look at that tonight as we get into it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start the Saturday morning preview, volume 155, coming up tomorrow morning, volume 155. Chugging right along here. The next big milestone is going to be volume 200. So chugging right along the journey to 200 volumes. We're going to make it. Some shows have been taken down. We talked about that in recent weeks, but I am always on the search for new shows that can fill those spots. And, talking earlier about Jan of the Jungle and Goldie Gold, there's 2 perfect examples. I've got a couple more that are currently being tested. I got to make sure that they get past, copyright check and all that kind of stuff, that we're allowed to use them. But in the meantime, I do have a new show for tomorrow morning, okay? Because like I said, I've been on the search. Every time one gets taken down, I look for at least 2 more to take its place, okay? We're like Hydra. We're the Hydra of Saturday morning cartoons, all right? Every time you strike down on one show, I'm going to find 2 more to take its place. Hail Hydra, let's go. We're Saturday morning Hydra over here, okay? So yeah, I've been looking for shows. I've been finding some shows. So while a couple are still in the testing phase, I've got a good one. I've got a new one that's ready to go tomorrow morning. And I'm thinking that you guys might know this one. You know, a lot of times when I find these new shows, they're like super obscure, hidden gems like Goldie Gold and Jana of the Jungle. But this one is one that I don't know, just on a whim, I decided, you know what, let's test it. Who knows? Maybe it'll get by, maybe not. You know, worst case scenario, they say we're not allowed to use it. All right. But I tested it and come to find out we are allowed to use it. So this is actually, I'm pretty hyped for this. So this is how we're going to start tomorrow morning. Okay. First show of tomorrow morning's lineup. I want you guys to all sing along. All right, here we go.
We're off in outer space, protecting Mother Earth to save the human race. Our star.
Magnificent! Look at the size of that thing!
Weather report coming in. It'll be a star shower straight from space.
That's right. Merrick Hart's our local weatherman here on board the Orbital station. Look at the size of that thing, the size of that dono right there, and giving us a weather report. That's right. It's going to be raining showers, star showers from space, waifus from outer space. Another correct weather forecast, because I know what's in the forecast. I've seen the future. I've been 1.21 gigawatts over here, okay? So, no, but thank you for the big dono so much, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be a really good waifu roundup. So, yeah, you guys already know, right? You guys, I see a lot of correct guesses. A few people asking, is it Flash Gordon? Is he back? No, Star Blazers. That's right. I see a few people in the chat know this one. I was hoping at least a few of you not only would recognize it, but be really hyped. You should be singing along. I know I am here. Yeah, we need the lyrics with the little bouncing ball, like karaoke.
This is the place. Time to kick back and relax.
Our Star Blazer. Outer space waifus.
That's right. Thank you, Wolverine, for the E, elongated E from Shantae. And that is exactly, yeah, Star Blazers includes outer space waifus. That's right. All right, let's listen to the rest of the song, man. This is going to end up being an earworm. Even if you've never heard it before, you'll be thinking about it, okay?
Star Blazers, danger lurking everywhere, but we know we've got to dare. Evil men with evil schemes, they can't destroy all our dreams. We must be strong and brave. Our home we've got to save. We must make the fighting cease, so Mother Earth will be at peace. Through all the fire and the smoke, we will never give up hope. If we can win, the Earth will survive. We'll keep peace alive with our Star Blazers.
Hell yeah. So that's what we're starting off tomorrow morning, kicking off volume 155 with a brand new show here on the station, making its debut. Like I said, I didn't think this one, because yeah, a lot of you guys recognize as well, not just the name Star Blazers, but also that it's based off of a space battleship Yamamoto. So it's a pretty well known. And I figured, no way that we'll be allowed to use it. But no, we are, just had to try it out. You miss all the shots you don't take, right? So I figured, we'll try it out. Hasbro has ownership, at least they did at one time. And I know that they're really cool with the permission that they give for their property. So gave it a shot, and yeah, let's go. We got it. Star Blazers. So that's going to be kicking off tomorrow morning as we go not just into space, but into the future, blazing on in. And we got outer space waifus. We got, giant battleships that are in space, which is, I don't know why, I've always loved it. It's kind of like airships in Final Fantasy. So, just boats that are flying in the sky, battleships in outer space. Something about a ship that was meant for water being in space or in the air. I just love it. I love it. So yeah, this one's going to be fun, guys. This one's going to be fun.
Something for you to play later on in the stream. This song is the Japanese version sung live.
Oh, nice. Nice. Thank you, T-Bone Tony. Appreciate you. Yeah, I figured that was not the original Japanese intro. For one thing, it's in English, obviously, but they also mention Star Blazers. So I was like, yeah, they made this one just for the adaptation, but it's so good. It's so good, though. So yeah, I'm really hyped for it. Really, really hyped for it. So looking forward. First episode, I'm doing it like we've been doing with the other shows, like Time Jam, Valerian and Laureline, Diabolique. I even did it with Goldie Gold, where if it's a new show that we're introducing on the channel for the first time, we're going to start with the first episode. And if we really like it, especially if it seems like it has an overarching storyline, like it's a serialized show, then we'll just keep playing them in order, episode 2, 3, 4, as we go along in the volumes. That's what we've been doing with Time Jam. Even though Diabolique's been a lot more spread out because it's not every week, but we've done the first 2 episodes now.
I'm excited to watch Star Blazers. This has been on my list for many years, but I have not gotten to it. Until now.
Awesome, Retro Ryu. Yeah, like it's been, the last time I saw this, it was probably on a VHS tape. That just to let you know, like that's how long it's
Morning
been for me.
Cartoons from the future will have you laughing into sutures. We'll find as time passes that the future lasses have many that are still splushers.
Yes, you will find that. In fact, what an interesting segue into our next show after Star Blazers, where yes, when we go into the future, we find that the waifus are still splooshers because we've got the return of Teen Force. This is one that we have not seen in a while. And there's another redhead for you. Let's go. That hair flip only or almost matches up.
I know we can't actually watch this show on a Saturday morning volume, but if you juiced this volume up with 1.21 gigawatts, then I had to send in the opening to the cartoon.
Let's go. Thank you, Taverns Full. Nicely timed hair flip. It almost aligned with Elektra's hair there. But yeah, we got Teen Force once again, which is a segment from Space Stars. So if you're kind of wondering, well, like, what's Teen Force? Where does it come from? There was a show. It was like an hour long. I want to say 1981, very early 80s, 81 or 82, somewhere around in there. And it was about an hour long, and it would have Space Ghost and the Herculoids and Teen Force and Astro from the Jetsons with his own like weird spin-off show where he was like having adventures in space. There might have been one or two other segments that I'm forgetting, but the big ones were Space Ghost, the Herculoids, and Teen Force, at least for me anyway. Like those were the 3 that I tuned in for.
I know about an old 90s cartoon called Stone Protectors. This could be a new addition to the Orbital station's lineup.
Thank you, Reverb 154, with Futura there from Filmation's Ghostbusters. That's another show we need to revisit soon. Futura is underrated, underappreciated waifu right there. Purple girl. So thank you, Reverb. Now, the thing about Stone Protectors is originally, like years ago, it was allowed. And I think I might have had one volume that had an episode of Stone Protectors, because I remember the waifu. They have kind of like this 80s hair metal looking waifu. She has a crazy outfit. Her hair's all spiked up on top and kind of like a mullet in the back. So like very 80s, even though it's a 90s show, it's a very 80s looking waifu. And right after, it was almost like a week. I remember it being very soon after I had played it on a Saturday morning lineup.
Thunder!
Thundercats!
Oh, wicked, bad, naughty, evil Hanna-Barbera. Oh, she is a bad person, and she must pay the penalty.
Wait, Hanna-Barbera or Barbara Hanna-Barbara Gibson? Thank you, Wiz, for the Thunder Cake. Oh, let's go. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Man, Wiz, you got to be right behind Loki here. I thought maybe you were about to take Stream Boss from Loki, but Loki's hanging on to it. In fact, I think he dethroned, right? He dethroned our previous Stream Boss, Chester Stevens. So all hail Loki Thorson. Let's get some pizza rolls raining and a waifu swinging for you. But keep your head on a swivel, man. I feel like there's some competition hot on your trail. Speaking of,
how they gave his own show to Dad Ghostal. Any given second he could go mad postal. Stay waving that power mad space cannon, and had the nerve to jump the face of Ray Spannon.
Thank you, Chester Stevens. Appreciate you, man. Love the lyrical super chats. Don't forget, it was probably his granddad, voiced by the Macho Man, that probably got him the job. You know, he was threatening to put him in a full Nelson headlock and, shove his head down between his shoulders so he'd have to hold a mirror up in front of his chest just so he could see the reflection of his own self-misery. That probably is what got him the job. But anyway, thank you for the dono, though, man. Love the lyrical super chats. You guys are awesome. So yeah, that's where Teen Force came from, was a show called Space Stars, which was basically kind of like a revival for some of these old properties that were from the late 60s, bringing them back in the 80s with new episodes, sometimes even doing crossovers. There's a couple of crossovers between the Herculoids and Space Ghost and the Teen Force. And then I think they had a special at the end of a couple of these hour-long blocks where all of them, the Herculoids and Teen Force and Space Ghost and even the other ones that I can't remember because I didn't care about them, they would all team up, So it was a pretty cool show. And it's actually, I think, because of the weird way that it aired, it was, Hanna-Barbera Animation, which is now owned by Warner Brothers, but the show aired originally on NBC, which is Universal, kind of like a rival company. So I believe because of that, it's just sort of up in the air. Nobody is able to claim it. So for the meantime, at least for now, we can have Teen Force. Hopefully it doesn't get claimed like Stone Protectors. I don't know if I finished that story, but before I forget, because somebody did mention Stone Protectors, that one got blocked by BKN.
All Hail The Baroness!
Great Scott. Marty, do you know what this mean? The skirts, Marty. The skirts of the future are so short. We much go back to the future.
Great Scott, the cake, Marty. You have to see the cake. We have to go back. Thank you, Brazel. Appreciate you. Hail the Baroness right there. Thank you so much. But yeah, unfortunately, Stone Protectors ended up getting blocked like a week or two after the first time I even tried to play it. And it was by BKN, or at the very least, the guy who now owns the BKN library. I don't know if Stone Protectors was originally produced by them. Maybe it aired on their station. I don't know. But the same guy who bought up all the BKN stuff, he has a few other things too. Stone Protectors being one of them. So that is on the do not show list.
I remain your man with the weather. No Baconeer will do it better. Predicting waifus are gonna get wetter. I've got em wrangled, not one unfettered.
Let's go. Thank you, Merrick Hartz, with a big super kick to Vince right there. Knocked him right out of his chair. Get out of that chair, Vince. It's been a long time since he got knocked out of the chair, man. He's probably been sitting comfy, but you gave him a big old super kick right there. And a lovely lyrical super chat as well. And a weather report, man. You're just rolling it all in one. Thank you so much. And with that, Merrick Hartz, you have become Stream Boss. Here I thought it might be Chester Stevens battling it out against Loki. But here comes Merrick Hartz and says, oh, while nobody's paying attention, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. So with 75 hit points on the health bar, all hail Merrick Hartz, our new Stream Boss. Let's get some pizza rolls raining and the waifu swinging for you, sir. Thank you so much. Nice battles here, some combat, some competition. Love to see it. All right. So talking about Teen Force here, this one is where we go into the future, and it's kind of funny. We had the the super chat that was meant to be a segue, even though it was just coincidence. But now it's like been kind of a while. But if you recall, talking about going into the future, the waifus get better, and in the future there's still splooshers, whatever that super chat said. I don't know. It was funny, but it's surprisingly foreshadowing. It's surprisingly topical here because so I'm going through. And like I said, with the weird thing how WB owns Hanna-Barbera, but this show was from NBC, so I guess it's just free game, at least for the time being. So I'm going to enjoy some episodes of Teen Force because we all know Space Ghost. I do like the Herculoids, and I've played them a couple of times, but Teen Force I feel was like the real hidden gem, where a lot of people don't remember this one. The show's a lot of fun. Of course, it's janky. It's early 80s Hanna-Barbera. So it's like super janky, but it's a lot of fun. And then we get Elektra. We get this waifu right here, redheaded space waifu with her little space buggy. You're almost guaranteed some J-Law moments here. But yes, Elektra, kind of a Starfire before there was Starfire. But this is the first time I was looking at this episode and I'm like, man, like I remember it being a pretty, obscure, kind of bizarre show. I don't remember it being this weird though, man. They have some weird gadgets in the future. All right, some weird stuff. I'm kind of surprised this one got by. Let's check it out.
There is, of course, a well-known and documented connection between sex and violence.
What?
Not so much a causal effect, but a general state of neurological arousal. And after having observed your behavior this evening and my resultant condition, I was wondering if you would like to have sex.
With you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Great! Now just relax. We'll begin in a few seconds. What's wrong? He broke contact.
Contact? I didn't touch you yet.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You know, the future is a weird place, man. What is going on? What is going on? She was trying to do some weird like mind meld. I think he got laid. I'm not sure. She was thrown clear after it was over though. So Whoa, buddy. Now, you guys should have recognized that as a scene from Demolition Man. You should, everybody should recognize that as a scene from Demolition Man. Yeah, obviously it's not the actual dialogue of the show. Yeah, the virtual voice sex. But when she's doing like the mind meld and sweating and everything, and that's just, I was like, okay, what's happening here? Are we in the Demolition Man future? Like, what's going on with this show? So I had to make that edit because it was too much. And then she gets thrown clear. You know, she's all dizzy. She's like, what? Whoa, what happened there? You broke contact.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
I see a full moon rising. I see trouble along the way.
That's no moon.
Curse
or is
that
it?
Clown. We're here enjoying these older cartoons, and he doesn't even give us thanks for the free advertising. I've bought several of the cartoon series featured on the station due to the station, and I'm sure others have as well.
Yeah. I even tried talking to him about that, Reverb. Like, I made that point and said, hey, man, we could actually have a kind of a joint business venture where all I'm really asking from you is to just not strike stuff down. You know, just let me use the show. Just don't strike it. And I will promote your website or wherever it is that you're selling these DVDs, which turned out actually to be Discotech. You ended up licensing a lot of the titles out to Discotech. But whatever, you know, it's like, hey, I'll promote it. I'll help you with DVD sales. You know, you can make extra money. I just want to be able to enjoy the show with the bacon ears. You know, can you just not strike the channel? And he was like, nope, can't do it. Can't do it. I gotta make sure that they're only watching on my YouTube channel, you know, so it's crazy. It's crazy. Maybe he saw what I do. Maybe he saw some of these edits. He's like, no, I don't want you. I own these shows now. I don't want you editing in like weird Demolition Virtual Boy sex dialogue. With the Love Boat theme playing in the background. Okay, that scene from Demolition Man with the Love Boat theme and they're wearing Virtual Boys. I don't want you editing that. I own these shows now. No, thank you. I don't know, man. You know, it's a bummer, but hey, at least we got all of them backed up on the video archive. So any of you that are channel members, everybody that's got a blue shield there, you guys can still get them.
Spice expands your mind. She's doing a spice trance with him.
Yeah. She was trying to broaden his horizons there, you know? She was trying to broaden his horizons. She ended up getting thrown clear. And the guy's name, the villain's name is Uglor, which I don't know. That just makes it better. Makes it cheesier. But yeah, so Teen Force, janky as hell. She's doing weird mind melds with Uglor. Who knows? It's basically doing the Love Boat from Demolition Man. Do you want to see the video again? No, I think you're good. I think you got the point. I think you got the point on that one. Should I even upload that as a short? Does that meme need to be preserved? I don't know. Does that meme need to be preserved? Maybe. But yeah, so we're starting with Star Blazers. We're going with Teen Force. And then as we continue on in our journey through the 80s, we've got She-Ra. You should know it's been a couple of weeks. Anytime a couple of weeks go by, you haven't seen She-Ra. You know, you're like looking at your wrist. There's not even a watch there, but you're looking at your wrist and you're like, I think it's about that time. That's right. More She-Ra, Princess of Power. Of course, this is one of our all-time favorite shows here on board the Orbital Station. Can't get enough. And since I have the DVD set with all the episodes, I realized, I did a little comparison and I realized that the official channel that's supposed to have, supposedly, allegedly, has all of the He-Man and all of the She-Ra and Filmation's Ghostbusters, you know, Brave Star. I thought they had all the episodes uploaded there. Come to find out, they don't. So I ripped a few episodes that I did not find on their site and converted them here so that we could include them in the Saturday morning lineup. So this is a new episode of She-Ra that we haven't seen before because I'm no longer just going off of what was on their YouTube channel. And this one's pretty wild as well. I don't know if it's going to top that scene from Teen Force that we just saw. I don't know if anything could top that. I don't know. But we do get some interesting stuff here. Of course, it's She-Ra, popular waifu. People are always trying to wrangle her. She doesn't stay wrangled for long. In fact, she's the master of unwrangling, but that doesn't stop people and, in this case, creatures from trying.
Anything can happen here, so keep your eyes
Wrangled. Now, this one, I don't know. The verdict is still out. You know, I'm kind of like, is this just a wrangling or is this a wrangle post-wrangle combination? Because I didn't crop this out. This is how the episode is, where they make sure that you can't see below the waist. And there's some noises, there's some facial expressions that whoa, hey, did you just slip it in? Like did you just slip it in? Like whoa, buddy, what's going on?
Anything can happen here, so keep your eyes
and then like the rocking back and forth, like whoa buddy. So yeah, I was kind of wondering, how do we actually rule this one? What's the ruling on this one? Is it just a standard wrangle or something more? And if you're undecided, if you're like, I don't know, I don't know. Well, there's a little bit of aftermath. There's a little bit of aftermath, okay? And so we saw Elektra, the aftermath with her, she got thrown clear, okay? She was left mesmerized, sitting in a daze. But the aftermath for She-Ra in this wrangle encounter is this? So that's why I'm like, okay, is this just a wrangle? I feel like it might be more.
She got a bit of unexpected action. ZOOK EEEEE.
Surprise! Thank you, Brazzle. Massive dono right there. Zooking out like Conan.
We like Zook, see?
We like Zook, see? Zooking out like Conan. Thank you for that massive dono. Surprise! Let's go. Visit from the Gyat Fairy from Reverb.
Demolition Man is one of those movies that hit a lot harder the more time passes, given how many things have come to pass or close to happening. Both in technology and cultural ideas. It sometimes keeps me up at night.
Yeah, that's exactly why we have to sort of, make jokes, make the memes like I did there with Elektra. Because it's cope. It's how we cope.
That octopus didn't even buy She-Ra dinner first.
It's like, dude, come on. At least buy her dinner first.
Ik ben clap 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 bet pit bet pit bet pit nanue I nanue
Ik ben
I clap clap pet 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 nanue I nanue I She-Ra clap 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 pet 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 nanue I nanue I gashigasm.
Wow, you got Kitty zooking out on that one, T-Bone. You got him zooking out. But the Ik bin clapped. Ik bin clapped. That was amazing. Okay. That was pretty amazing. I'll give you that one. But thank you though. Thank you for the dono. Much appreciated. You guys are awesome. Brazzle, by the way, has taken back Stream Boss. Zooking out with Conan right there. Okay, getting me zooking out, all right?
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
You got me zooking out. But Brazzle has taken back Stream Boss now with a mighty 112.5 hit points on the health bar. All hail once again, Brazzle. We need more pizza rolls raining. We need that waifu swinging 2 times. 2 times. Kitty's even getting after her too. Let's go. Kitty sees this battle going on for Stream Boss. He's like, I got to get in on this. Maybe won't have Stream Boss title, but I'll be capturing some outfits.
Pardon me. Pontsu.
He'll be capturing some outfits along the way. So yeah, the surprise tentacle wrangle, and looks like probably more. But it's all right. It's all right. She-Ra does have, even if she has been clapped, she can, 1 second, blink and you miss it, and she's back to normal. Here you go.
She-Ra, thank goodness. You're...
Dude, look at him. Look at Swifty's. Swifty's like, the fuck? Like... This horse has seen some shit. Yo, this horse has seen some shit. He's just like, the fuck? She-Ra, what the fuck? Ik bin clapped, She-Ra. What the fuck?
You're a mess.
I know.
Don't touch Janky Boy. This is why the song was written. Don't touch Janky Boy.
But I can fix that.
Wonder Woman.
Ich bin Wonder Woman. Let's go. See, and like I said, blink and you miss it. Good as new. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Blink and you miss it. Good as new. Ich bin Wonder Woman.
Ich bin She-Ra.
Now, does that also heal The mental scars only time will tell. Yeah, beer drinking dwarf says, I'm janky boy. I'm a janky boy. That song was written for me. Wanderwoman. Yeah. Ich bin Wanderwoman. That's right. That's right. So yeah, you know, bit of a messy episode here. Bit of a messy episode. But that's what happens, you know. She's one of the top waifus of all time, especially here on the Orbital station. So of course, she's getting wrangled at least once in every episode. In fact, she gets wrangled more than once. Well, that was a little bit more than a wrangle. But there's that. And then she gets a little bit more of a classic wrangling here. Okay, this is just classic, chained to the wall. Okay, possibly in the wife cage. This is traditional. We're trad wrangling, okay? We're trad wrangling over here. This is traditional style. Merrick with the hair flip, let's go.
When I predicted the waifus would get wetter, the weather report didn't call for tentacle porn specifically. Still calling it a win.
I told you that you had an accurate weather prediction, okay? You had Electra, sweaty Electra trying to do her virtual boy mind meld from Demolition Man. Now you've got She-Ra covered in some sort of substance, some spoo. I hate spoo. Dude, I should have had that clip. Holy shit, I should have had that clip ready of Skeletor. Like, I hate spoo. I don't even know what spoo is. I hate it. So yeah, it is. It's an accurate forecast. I told you it would be. But yeah, we got a classic wrangle here. She-Ra, even though she is currently Adora right here, but it's the same thing. You know, we're not going to really differentiate. We're just going to call her She-Ra all the time because that's one less syllable. But yeah, she is wrangled and tangled, possibly in the wife cage here. This is a classic. This is a classic. So yeah, she's a popular waifu in this episode, but we also learned that Skeletor, speaking of Skeletor, how he hates spoo. He doesn't even know what spoo is. But remember how popular he was with the waifus? Speaking of spoo, he was making all the waifus spoo. They were splooshing, you know, like the one that brought him the spoo. She was like so happy to meet Skeletor. She baked for him, like first date. She's cooking him dinner on the first date, practically asking to get married, you know? Yeah, like Skeletor is really popular with the waifus, but see, he's gone now. He was just visiting Etheria. Okay, he's gone now. So now what? Now what are all these thirsty waifus gonna do now that Skeletor is gone? Is it gonna be Hordykins? Are they gonna turn their sights back to Hordykins?
I have a little present for you.
Quite the cut-up, aren't you? You really shouldn't get so wound up in things.
Hordykins wrangled and dangled. Hordykins has been wrangled and dangled. And, you know, She-Ra, like I said, something might be going on here, okay? Something might be going on here. Because not only does she wrangle him, I think she's wrangled him for a purpose. Look at what's going on, guys. This isn't, you know, if this is supposed to be your mortal enemy, you don't normally get that close. It's like, just get a room. Just get a room. He's wrangled and dangled. Just get a room at this point. So yeah, Hordykins, maybe that's why he and Skeletor don't get along. You know, we thought it was just the classic Saturday morning villain trope that they don't get along, but maybe there's something more to it. Maybe they're eternal rivals in Crossfire. You know, maybe one of Hordykins' special arm transformations, like he just did the little boat propeller there, maybe is a Zoomerang, and they're fighting for the affections of She-Ra and the other waifus of Etheria. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we got something going on. But if all this is happening, you know, you got the surprise tentacle blank.
A happy moment.
Now you know why the waifus call him Hordikins. That arm has many more attachments you've not seen.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Where's the kinky clip? We need that one from tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills. We need the kinky clip. This should be, I don't know why I haven't assigned a hotkey to this yet. It should already be. But we'll play it. We'll play it, man. Fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Kinky.
Kinky. There you go. See, I got to remember that we now have memes within memes. So I could add memes from other shows into stuff like this, you know, like where especially She-Ra with the tentacle, you know, kinky. Okay. So there you go. So yeah, Hordikins, the rivalry with Skeletor, there might be something more to it than we originally realized. But here's the thing. All this is going on, you know, you got Hordikins getting wrangled and dangled. You got this like tentacle trying to do some wrangling and maybe even more here. So who would look at this and go, you're not leaving me out, okay? Who's been showing up all week saying, hey, we're building the lore. We're following the path here. We saw him showing up on the infomercial channel surfing. We saw him mention T-Bone Tony. They called him T-Bone. What movie was it? Was that Airheads? What movie was that? They called him T-Bone. Yeah, and then we saw Tony on channel surfing. So of course, if we've got an episode of She-Ra, a messy episode, if we got a messy episode of She-Ra, then of course T-Bone Tony, the Python, he's got to make a cameo.
The brilliant star that shines through the night. The showstopper that leaves the crowd roaring. Riseman stands before you.
Thank you, Neostar Productions. Keep on shining, Bacon Ears. That's right. Thank you, Neostar, and appreciate you. And the announcement of the arrival of Riseman. Let's go. So yeah, we got the cameo, special cameo appearance. T-Bone Python right there. And let's see what She-Ra reacts. What do you guys think? In fact, we'll use this slight pause here in the action from the super chat. We'll use it to our advantage. We'll take a quick survey from the audience. Okay, how do you think She-Ra's gonna react? Okay, and it might not be how you expect because she's wrangled and dangled. I think maybe her encounter with that tentacle monster maybe being covered in whatever. Are we just gonna refer to it as spoo? I don't know, but maybe it changed her because now she's wrangling and dangling Hordikins. She's getting all up close, you know. So how do you think she's gonna react to the snake? Do you think she's gonna run in terror, flee in utter horror?
I think you're cute too.
She flirted with it. She-Ra, what has this episode done to you, She-Ra? My goodness. Yeah, because look, the T-Bone Python is like, hey, whoa, buddy, get in my stable.
I think you're cute too.
She's just like, here's my number. Sword to cell phone. Here's my number. So yeah, She-Ra's going crazy, man. This episode, this is a wild episode of She-Ra. She's getting wrangled and tangled. Hordikins is getting wrangled and dangled. Everybody's after her. Bo over here, you know, you got the T-Bone Python, right? And then you got Bo over here breaking his neck. He's basically doing an exorcist. You might not be able to tell because that's where the shot cut off. If you could see more of his chest, you'd be able to tell. He's facing forward, but he's spinning his neck around all the way like the exorcist. He's breaking his neck so he can check out the cake, okay? So he can check her cheeks. Hey, he's checking her cheeks, but he's also breaking his neck in the process. So yeah, like everybody is after Adora in this episode. I mean, can't really blame them. But it's a wild episode. And then just one more screenshot here for the hell of it.
Thank you, She-Ra. I think you are hot.
There you go, T-Bone. There you go, T-Bone. See? Wasn't what you might have expected.
I think you're cute too.
And then Bo's over here checking her cheeks, man. He's checking her cheeks. So yeah, it's a crazy episode of She-Ra. And then one more screenshot here, and this is just because we've been having fun lately taking screenshots of funny looking faces that if you just go frame by frame in an animated show, or a live action one for that matter, but especially in animation, you go frame by frame, you can find some really good hidden gems when it comes to facial expressions, especially when it comes to pouting. Okay, these waifus, they love pouting. And so we've been kind of, it's a meme within the Discord lately. And so as I'm going through scrubbing this episode, looking for clips, you know, making memes, finding this weird tentacle monster, slipping it in, you know, I'm like, all right. I found this one. I thought, oh, perfect. Hands on the hip, full on pouting. Like this is like an Archer, well, I guess just pout moment. I mean, this is full blown pouting She-Ra. So I know like Tomatoes Taverns Pull, I know a few guys will appreciate this one. Might go over a few people's heads. I don't know. It's just random goofy episode. I'm sorry, goofy fun that we're having with these episodes. So just want to throw that one in there. But then let's get into the 90s, okay? So we got some 80s shows. We're going back into space. In fact, I think Star Blazers is like 78 or 79. So technically starting in the late 70s and then going through the 80s with some sci-fi stuff there, going into the future a little bit. But let's go into the future even more, into the 90s, okay? Now it's real. Now it's really going to get janky, okay? If you thought it wasn't janky enough already, let's get real janky. I'm talking live action jank, Power Rangers in space. Now, of course, that means we get evil waifu Astronema here, so it's not all bad. It's not all bad. In fact, I like jank, okay? We like Zook.
We like Zook, see?
The cheese must flow, okay? This is Arrakis. This is basically the Arrakis of Saturday morning cartoons where the cheese must flow. Okay, so we like cheesy, janky shows. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm hyped for Power Rangers in space. We get more evil Astronema, evil waifu. Let's fucking go. How could that be a bad thing? Well, in fact, it gets even better. It gets even better because in this particular episode, this one almost could have fit yesterday. This almost could have fit last week's theme when I was doing the spies and the masters of disguise. You know, we had secret agents and stuff all morning long. This one almost could have fit that because we do have some disguising, some going undercover, you know, some infiltration, deception. We have some of that going on here, but it still fits perfectly for the space theme, even a little bit in the future. I think this is, I don't know, maybe supposed to take place in the future, characters from the future. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Let's just check out the evil waifu and see what she's up to.
Show off.
So what'd you think?
Excellent.
Thank you.
Now, make me a Power Ranger.
That's an easy one. Oh, baby! It's a perfect match!
Testing. Testing. Perfect.
Let's go have some fun.
Whoa, baby. I love their reaction. They're all kind of scared, like, oh no, don't become a Power Ranger. Like she might, it might mess with her, make her think that like we're the bad guys. No, don't do that. But then they see the results and it's Midriff City. And they're like, whoa, buddy. Look at the face of every Baconeer. The face of every Baconeer right now.
Whoa, baby!
Whoa, baby! Look at that's a profile picture. That's a profile picture. Whoa, baby! Oh no, she's hot. So yeah, we've got Astronema up to some her wascally waifu ways. Okay, Astronema up to her wascally waifu ways, posing as Ashley, the Yellow Ranger. Now, what is she gonna do? Because, well, where's Ashley? Like, wouldn't it seem odd if there were two? I know most of us wouldn't mind. Hey, twice is nice. But the rest of the Rangers are probably gonna wonder what's up.
Some fellas out here are dying of thirst, while these galactic supervillains and space pythons are drowning in the ocean.
It's not fair. It should have been me. Thank you, Neostar Productions. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, so what are they going to do about Ashley? Something has to be done, okay? Even though here on the Orbital Station, we would just say, well, let them both exist. It's two waifus, so nice. We needed her twice. But let's see what they handle it here.
Well, look at it this way. He's been riding around in a spaceship for years, so he probably hasn't had much of a chance to date.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But that doesn't mean he's not interested. Ash?
Wrangled. I love how they just pick her up and carry her away like she's a prop, like she's a like a fake palm tree in an office. It's just, here we go, just moving the waifu. Wrangled. I gotta see it one more time. It's too perfect.
Well, look at it this way. He's been riding around in a spaceship for years, so he probably hasn't had much of a chance to date.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But that doesn't mean he's not interested. Ash?
Yes, it's right as the episode started too, T-Bone. That's right, man. Yeah, you could still see like the title of the episode, the opening credits. Literally, show starts with her getting wrangled. And like super wrangling. What's up with all the super wrangling tomorrow morning? I didn't even mean for that to be the theme. I was trying to do futuristic space shows. But we're seeing Elektra and Teen Force and She-Ra and now Ashley here. Like, it's not just your normal wrangle. These are like super wrangles.
Yoink.
To the way he said it, the yoink. Like he perked up at the end there. Thank you, Taverns Paul, for the Jana of the Jungle call with Rogue there. And another funny pronunciation from Kitty, as always, the elongated E with the yoink. But yeah, this is like super wrangled, man. They're going above and beyond the usual wrangle duty here, okay? They're going above and beyond. These are like super wranglings. So I didn't even mean for that to be an ongoing theme, but oh well. No regrets. No regrets at all. But you know what? So we see that Astronema can turn into Ashley and they abduct Ashley. But then that means who's Astronema, right? Like what happened to her body? Well, Ashley eventually figures that out and does a little bit of what's good for the goose is good for the gander, which means we already know Astronema, a waifu so nice. We need her twice. So we get not one, but two Astronemas in tomorrow's episode. So if you weren't already sold, literally during the opening credits, a super wrangle, okay? A super wrangle right into the bushes. During the opening credits, you also get two Astronemas for the price of one. Double the evil waifu. I'd like to call that two scoops, okay? Mr. Two Scoops, Master Godai, where are you? Because we got two scoops right here. So yeah, it's going to be a fun episode, man. I'm looking forward to it. I love the early seasons of Power Rangers, of course, Mighty Morphin. But I loved In Space and Zeo. Those real early episodes, man, can't get enough. Can't get enough. So looking forward to that. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, we will round out the morning once again. I mean, we're doing a not only space theme, but future space theme and time jam with Valerian and Laureline fits that perfectly. It is both space and time themed. Time is in the name. So we've got our red-headed space waifu. I mean, she's on the thumbnail. You guys should already know. This has become a tradition now every week. What is this, the 4th or 5th week in a row? And I don't see us stopping anytime soon. I want to go through the whole show, man. Until, one episode a week until we go through the whole thing. I love it. I love this show so much. So we've got our red-headed space waifu back once again this week. But we see that the future, now that she's starting to become acclimated here with the future, she caught on quickly. She got the clothing and the hair and stuff, and she was all just instantly loving that. And then she started figuring out how to use like the spacesuit and some of the technology. And so she's, getting acclimated pretty quick. However, there is one thing that it doesn't really matter where you are in time or what time you may have come from. We know that she is a time displaced waifu. Doesn't really matter if she's from the distant past or currently existing in the distant future. One thing is eternal, and that is J-Law. But since we are in the future, okay, it's not all messy. The future isn't all messy, okay? So far we've seen, sweaty waifus and waifus getting covered in spoo and like, what was the other one? Wrangled up in the bushes, just super wrangled. It's not all messy, though. Some aspects of the future are pretty interesting.
All these space episodes and no green-skinned girls. No, they are all creamy white, dreamy white. Sweet dreams we can't resist.
Based? Holy shit. They all are. Creamy white, dreamy white. Sweet dreams you can't resist. I fucking love that meme. I love how there's like a group of us that get it, and then there's a few people that are like, "What the fuck is with the Nestle's commercial?" But I think most people like it. It's fun. It's so much fun. Are we getting Nestle towers in the chat? Merrick is building a Nestle's tower. Let's go. Nestl, yes. Let's go. We got Nestle towers in the chat. Okay, that's the end tower that YouTube allows. YouTube is okay with those end towers. We can do Nestle's. If you want to build an end tower, we can do Nestle's. All right, so let's get back to it. I'm zooking out, guys. All right.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
I'm zooking out. All right, we're having too much fun over here. All right, so let's get back to it. We have our time jam with Valerian and Laureline. And like I said, the future's not all messy. There are some interesting elements they have finally addressed in the distant future. What did they say what year this is? I can't remember if they say what year this show takes place, but whatever it is, we're going to have to wait that long until this is finally addressed. But eventually they do realize at some point down the timeline, they realize that J-Law is eternal. Doesn't matter how far back you go, how far forward you go, it'll always be there. So something has to be done. So it looks like we have our first instance. We've seen, of course, tons of different wrangle technology. We've seen the waifus catch on and start developing anti-wrangle technology. But now we're finally getting some technology here in the distant future that might be able to help with J-Law. Maybe. We'll see. Let's check out the clip.
Stuck! What a piece of junk!
Don't bother. The control system of the space jet is locked.
Oh! I can't believe I fell for it! What an idiot!
And somehow she still manages to J-Law. They locked her out of the controls. So this is what the future is going to bring us here. They finally realize, okay, J-Law is an issue. Okay, we need to address it. We've got, all these smart AI computers on board the ships. You thought having computer chips in your cars and stuff was a pain in the ass. Well, think about how decked out with AI, these spaceships are. And so they programmed it to lock the waifu out of the controls. She can't even operate it if she wanted to. Okay, locked her out. And still somehow she manages to J-Law and just face plops on the windshield. Yams under glass. Yams under glass. Oh man, I gotta see it again because I love how she's like, "Oh, you piece of junk! You won't even let me fly it." It's like, no, we waifu detected. Okay, driving privileges rejected. Waifu detected, driving privileges rejected, and she still ends up yams under glass.
The controls are stuck. What a piece of junk!
Don't bother. The control system of the space jet is locked.
Oh! I can't believe I fell for it! What an idiot!
Dude, she's so freaking adorable. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. She's adorkable. You know, she's adorkable, man. This is what I was saying before, how like Jana of the Jungle and Goldie Gold, how they quickly, so quickly rose to the top ranks, especially amongst new waifus. But Laureline here, not only is she taking over new waifus, I think she poses a threat to more established waifus. Like she's going to be all-time top tier Orbital Station royalty in no time at this rate. Okay? Like this is crazy.
Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats!
NESTLES.
Sweet dreams you can't resist.
Yes, but what happens when the AI goes jail or he?
Well, see, notice that ship's AI had a male voice, you know? Notice that one, it was a man AI. But yeah, if you get a waifu AI, maybe she'll lock the controls at first, but a total J-Law moment would be the waifu like convincing her, like, hey, don't let them lock me out. Us girls got to stick together. And then it would be like another J-Law moment on top where she would let it go and then have it would just compound. It would just compound. But Merrick Hart's maintaining Stream Boss right here. I saw Brazel and Merrick going back and forth there a bit of a battle. Merrick Hart's now has Stream Boss 122.5 hit points on the health bar. Let's make sure we hail Merrick Hart. If he's going to hold on to Stream Boss till the end, that remains to be seen, okay? But thank you guys for the massive support tonight. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you.
Laureline is my queen. If Laureline has no fans, then I am dead. Head our sassy red-headed tomboy waifu.
That's right. Sassy redheaded tomboy waifu. She's adorkable, man. She's awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She had it. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about her having no fans. She has already ascended the waifu rankings here on the station. Look at how, I mean, even when she's about to crash a spaceship that she was locked out of the controls for, she still looks adorable, you know? Like smashed up against the windshield, pressed yams under glass. Okay, like it's still adorkable. So yeah, she's top waifu. She is new top waifu. She's taken the orbital station by storm. It's crazy. Okay, but have we seen many other waifus in this show? You know, you would think with such a top tier, stellar, pun intended, waifu in Laureline that, well, the show must be jam-packed, you know, it must be stacked and packed to the gills, right? But we're not really seeing too many other waifus until tomorrow's episode. We do get a new one here, and this one, I don't know. I think she might be trouble. Okay, I think she might be trouble. In fact, it's kind of funny, the super chat that came in just a minute ago about the Nestle comment. We're about to break that trend. That's why she might be trouble, guys. She might be trouble. Okay, the show's finally introducing another waifu. She might be trouble, though. What's going on here? What's going on? But with a new waifu, and it looks like she has her sights set on Valerian. So with that, you know we're going to get some Frosta Flakes, okay? The waifu wars begun. The waifu wars have, okay? Because it's on now. Yeah, you don't get a green skin girl. I know earlier one of the super chats was asking, hey, in fact, I think it was the same one. I think it was the Nestle one where it said, hey, where's all the green skin girls? They're all dreamy white, sweet dreams you can't resist. So maybe you don't get a green skin girls, but you get a green haired girl. Okay, you get a green haired girl. And she's got her sights set on Valerian. So you know we're going to get some Frosta Flakes. We're going to get some waifu wars. In fact, I think we skip over the Frosta Flakes and just immediately go to waifu wars, because that's how Laureline rolls.
Redheads rule.
Yeah, exactly, Robert Benson. Redheads rule. And that's how Laureline rolls, okay? She's a feisty redhead. She's not going to chow down on Frosta Flakes. She's going to say, get in the ring, okay? Ring the fucking bell, okay? Because it's on. The waifu wars have begun.
How dare you ruin the most important day of my life?
Round one, fight.
Valerian, don't stand there like a stuffed dummy. Run!
Oh. Whoa, she kind of handled that cake there. SM Dub, SM Dub, SM Dub. Saturday morning waifu mania running wild. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. We have the traditional, this is almost like a Canadian wedding, you know, where they have the traditional throwing of pudding and ripping off the groom's arm, you know. It's kind of like that, but in space. This is like Space Canada, which actually makes sense because this waifu kind of looks like a Jeet. But no, but no, it's Space Canada, and they have weird traditions for their weddings, just like Earth Canada does, including the traditional cake toss. Yes, it's very, very traditional. Okay, look how lovely. As she tosses the cake. It's tradition, of course. Tradition, of course. So, yeah, it is the Space Canada tradition of the official wedding cake toss. So yeah, we've got waifu wars going on. It's gonna be a wild episode. I'm looking forward to it, as well as more episodes of this every week. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. Maybe we'll go through the whole series, and maybe if eventually you guys are like, okay, ready. But hey, as long as we enjoy it, we're gonna keep going. I think there's 40 episodes total, and we've only gone through like the first 3 or 4, so we've got a ways to go. But hey, I'm here for the long haul, man. I love this show. So that's what we've got lined up for you guys tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, full 3-hour block, 9 to noon Eastern. And we got a lot of space future adventures with a little bit of random zook and jank in there, a whole lot of wrangling, and even some waifu wars here. The tradition, of course, of the Space Canadian cake toss. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully we will see you guys there for that. Now for the anime grindhouse, I think that you guys know what's coming up. Speaking of new traditions that we're just rolling with every week, like we've been doing more and more Time Jam, we're doing more and more You're Under Arrest. These are like the wholesome Chungus versions of the Dirty Pair. You know, you got Kay and Yuri. You know, they're pretty wild. They're pretty wild and crazy waifus, you know, but then you got the wholesome Chungus waifus of You're Under Arrest. So we've been enjoying this series a bunch, and we did the OVA series as the first volume, which is really just kind of a standalone volume because it was just 4 episodes of the OVA. But then the past 2 volumes since then have been the first 2 volumes of the TV show. So I figure let's just go ahead and make it a all-around 4-volume journey. We'll probably take a break from this show next week and do something else for the Anime Grindhouse. But why not one more, especially when I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but I know that we've got a couple of fan favorite characters, and not even just the waifus. Obviously, we got fan favorite waifus like all of them, okay? But Strike Man, for instance, fan favorite character that only shows up from time to time. He's got an appearance here.
Eto, Bleh?
Bleh? You didn't even put a question mark on it, and Kitty still read it. Kind of like, bleh? That was awesome. Thank you, Merrick Hards, for the 10 big Bison Bucks. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, I figured the next batch of episodes, since it has Strike Man making an appearance and a few other goofy moments, let's do one more volume. That'll make it an even 4 volumes with the OVA set included in there. And then we'll take a break. We'll watch, 1 or 2 volumes of something else, or maybe a few standalones, and then we'll return. Don't worry, we will come back to this. We have been enjoying it so much. I know there's a few other series that are still sort of hanging out there that we haven't finished, like Sonic Soldier Borg Man, and what was the other one? Machine Robo, and Master of Mosquiton. Yeah, so there's actually 3 shows hanging out there that we have not finished yet. This will not end up being a 4th one. We will come back and finish this one, even if it ends up being before those other 3. We'll come back, but I do like to keep a variety. So one more weekend. So tomorrow night at midnight, one more time until we take a little bit of a break. We'll have You're Under Arrest, but it'll be a good lineup. Like I said, some really fun episodes in this volume. And, we can't get enough of these adorable waifus. That's why we're still watching Laureline every Saturday morning. She's an adorable waifu. So every Saturday night, we got these right here. So that'll be midnight tomorrow night on Bacon Bits. You guys know the drill by now. They actually, I will say this. They finally made their first arrest last week. Okay. I was making jokes about it because in the 4 OVA episodes, I don't think we saw a single arrest. And then in the first volume of the TV series, I don't think we saw a single arrest. And I was making jokes. I'm like, the name of the series is You're Under Arrest. And I don't think they've made one single bust. But last week they made a couple. I think they actually, not only did they get their first one, they got a couple of them in that block. So it's like, all right, I kind of almost wish they hadn't, just to keep it as a running gag, but we'll let, it's more like you're under detained. It's not you're under arrest, you're being detained. That's kind of like a more apt name for the series, but it's still a lot of fun. I feel like that could be kind of like a running gag. I almost wish they hadn't made an official arrest yet, because it's like, let's see if they can go the entire series with it never happening. So that'll be tomorrow night. Looking forward to more of that. Hopefully you guys are as well. And if you are ready for a break, well, then just stay tuned. Next week you will get your wish. All right, let's go on to the nostalgia spotlight. And this is where I had just a leftover. It's not really a full-blown nostalgia spotlight, more of a little bit of a leftover here from Wednesday, because I was talking about it practically through the whole night. Like every time somebody sent in anything that even remotely reminded me of this particular infomercial, I would mention it. And I was kind of shocked that we didn't get it. We didn't get anybody send this one in. There were a couple that got like multiple, Slap Chop, of course, but hey, Slap Chop is legendary. But I was kind of shocked. I was kind of shocked we didn't see this one. So I thought, you know what? We'll just put this in the nostalgia spotlight. We'll just do it like that. And that way you guys can see what I was talking about the whole time. Probably wish that I would have shut up about these giant buckets of cheese, 22 buckets, okay? It's just $2,500 plus shipping. But listen, guys, that's 23,375 servings, okay? You need to be prepared. If you don't have 22 buckets of cheese for your nearly 24,000 servings, what are you doing? So let's go, Whis, with the hair flip. Let's go.
I think I totally forgot the Ginsu knife set. Shamwowza.
Oh yeah, we didn't get any Ginsu knife clips. We're going to do more infomercials because I was looking for this one, okay? I was looking for this one and ended up finding a bunch more that we didn't see on Wednesday night. That, just like I was saying earlier, how it was constant memory unlocks, and I was surprised that I'd actually seen that many infomercials before, because I used to like skip them. I thought I never watched these, but apparently I watched a whole bunch. It was kind of the same thing. I was looking for this one, and along the way found even more that we didn't see on Wednesday that I was like, oh, wow, these are, and a few that I didn't recognize. Of course, it's not like I knew all of them. There were some I didn't recognize, but they looked hilarious. So yeah, we'll do a sequel. But first, let's check out the new bulk sampler bundle. Nearly 24,000 servings of cheese. This is definitely cheese. That's right. I see people in the chat. This is definitely cheese. That's right.
Comes with 22 buckets, plus a bonus of 6 additional buckets for a total of 28 buckets.
I want to show you something. All this food is for a gift of $2,500. 8 years of bulk food. It's
an 8-year supply. It's an 8-year supply of cheese.
This is what you should be doing. Wow. John, you come up. You're the rice preacher. You told me to do this. Look at, they got shovels. By the way, get a shovel. These are foldable shovels.
By the way, get a shovel. Since we're selling you 28 buckets of cheese and rice, by the way, you're going to need a shovel.
It'll go in your backpacks. This is how you dig the latrine.
Wait. This guy is like, what the fuck is happening right now? This is how you dig the latrine. Wait, I thought you just said you're going to need the shovel for all the rice and the cheese. Don't dig the latrine with that. Dude, the guy with the apron right there, just like, what have I gotten myself into?
We made up, they've been cooking during the show. Wow. And this rice is hot. Woo, it just made.
Yeah, it just came out.
Wow, that's good. Oh, I mean, they just cooked this rice, you know. I'm hungry. I've been on this show for about 5 hours right now. I shouldn't put my hands in them. I love you, man. I love you too.
Dude, what's in that rice? Hold on a second. Hold on. What's in that rice? Okay, I'm starting to think there's another ingredient. All right, I don't think the ingredient label just says rice. There's more. There's more in there.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
I love you, man. He's zooking out.
I love you, man. I love you too. Oh my goodness, I'm eating rice on the show. Okay.
Look at me, I'm eating rice. I can hear my hair growing.
So you three guys, could you dump it into here? It's 22 gallons of rice. Here, John, you shovel it.
I don't know why when the giant chunk of rice that's like it's all stuck together, when that comes in, just smashes into the bucket. There's just something about it.
It's 22 gallons of rice. Here, John, you shovel it. Okay, shovel it back over there.
There it is. Shovel it. Shovel that rice. There it is. Shovel it.
You shovel it. Okay,
you shovel it. Yeah. He's like, oh, look, I'm getting tired. I've been eating this rice. Been telling them about the show. You shovel it.
Look back over there. It looks like a snow pile in there. Boy, look at the steam come out of it. Wow. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Boy, would I love to put my hands in there? But
why? Why would you love to put your hands in it? Dude, this guy, what was in that rice? I want to know. I really do want to know what was. He was the only one that ate it. Notice, he was the only one who ate the rice, and he is zooking out. Everybody else is looking around at each other like, what the fuck is happening here? He's talking about how he wants to stick his hands in the cheese.
But it's hot. This is
The cheesy broccoli rice.
Look at the broccoli in there.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at the broccoli.
That's good.
Why wouldn't you want that on the top of a pizza? If I went grocery
This would
out,
feed everyone.
I would eat right out of this shovel.
Wow.
Let's dump this in with the rice.
Let's dump this in with the. What purpose is this serving? Like I don't even see how this is meant to sell anything, you know, like as an advertisement. You move the rice from the slightly smaller bucket into the bigger bucket, and now we need to get this cheese onto the rice. The cheese must flow. You know what? The cheese must flow.
Out of this shovel.
Wow.
Let's dump this in with the rice. There it goes. We're dumping 22 gallons into the rice. There it goes. Into the rice.
We're dumping 22 gallons into the rice. Like, dude, he seriously is zooking out. We're dumping it into the rice.
There it goes. We're dumping 22 gallons into the rice.
22 gallons into the rice. Oh man, see, you guys see why I kept bringing this one up? Okay, you see why I kept mentioning the infomercial with the giant bucket of cheese? that infomercial lives rent free in my head. I don't even know. Like, I mean, I guess it's the 28 buckets, the 24,000 servings for $2,500. I guess you know, that's what they are actually selling. But I have no idea. They don't tell you what it's for. They just it's 8 years worth. Yeah, the music, the weird, like, I'm pretty sure that was edited in. I'm pretty sure they didn't have music originally, but they did add to it that weird sort of like alien droning music in the background. But then how he starts zooking out after he eats the rice. Like, he was a little odd, he was a little awkward. But then he starts eating the rice, and all of a sudden he's like, I love you, man. We need to get this cheese in here. You guys, here, take this shovel. Here, take this shovel, okay? We need to get this rice into this bucket, and then we need the cheese in there, too. We're putting 22 gallons of cheese into the rice. Yeah, he's just fucking losing it, man. So, yeah, I love it. I love that one. It's the cheese and rice cult. The broccoli and cheese on rice cult. Don't do it. Don't eat it. You see, that guy just had a couple of handfuls, okay? Last thing you want to do is literally shovel it into your mouth. So that was a little leftover, just a little leftover from Wednesday. We had so many zooked out infomercials. I thought that one has to be in the ranks. You guys, if you hadn't seen it, you need to see it. And even if you don't agree, if you think you'd be better off having still never seen it, well, sorry, not sorry. No regrets. No regrets. All right. We did get a couple of clips here sent in. T-Bone and Tavern's Pull, I believe, each sent in a clip real quick for the Nostalgia Spotlight. This first one is from T-Bone, who sent in the Japanese version of the Star Blazers, although it's the space battleship Yamato in Japanese. So we'll check out the theme song here from T-Bone. Oh, and it's live. It's the live performance, by the way. Wait, Jason Long, are you telling me cheese and rice is just spoo? That's what spoo is? And you have to eat it with a shovel? No wonder Skeletor hates it. It's all making sense. I like how they got Japanese Elvis to perform this song. That's good. That's good. It almost sounds like, I don't know, I'd have to hear him like back to back, but it almost sounds like they just translated this. They took this song and they just translated it and sung it in English. They might have changed the tune a bit. I'd have to hear him back to back. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. And shout out Japanese Elvis. Thank you, T-Bone. T-Bone's always giving us some good material there. And then Tavern's Pool, I believe, had sent one in. He said, hold on, let me find it here. Tavern's Pool, was that you? Am I remembering correctly? Did you send in a clip? Or am I just looking for the wrong thing? Oh man, I can't find it. Hold on. Yeah, it was you. Okay, so I'm looking for, there it is. There it is. Got it. All right, he says, I know we can't actually watch this show on a Saturday morning, but if you juiced this volume up with 1.21 gigawatts, then I had to send in the opening to the cartoon. Let's fucking go. I think I know what it is. Perfect. The future, the cartoon, which I oftentimes forget about the cartoon, like the show itself, but I love that theme song. Like that theme song is kind of like an earworm, you know, kind of lives rent free in the old noggin there. But a lot of times I forget that it was the theme song to this show. I just associate it with Back to the Future. But yeah, good stuff. Did I see that the dog that Einstein was not only driving the train but with a robot hand? Hold on. Wait. So Einstein is not only driving the train here, he's got a robot hand. What the fuck is going on here? I might have to look into this one. I don't remember much of this show aside from the theme song. Like I said, that theme song is like an earworm. It just lives rent free. But the show itself, I hardly remember. I definitely don't remember Einstein having the power glove. It's so bad. But yeah, I think I might need to revisit this show. It looks pretty janky. We might get a good moment of Zook or two from watching these episodes. Probably have to do it in OBTV, like Tavern's Pool mentioned in his super chat. I'm pretty sure this one. Who owns? Is it Universal? I'm pretty sure it's Universal, which would be NBC, and they block a lot of their stuff, but not all of it. Really, the only thing that they own that they don't block is the Filmation stuff. So He-Man, She-Ra, Brave Star, Ghostbusters. That stuff they let slide. But all the other shows that they own that are not Filmation, so like Exo Squad, Earthworm Jim, that stuff, that all gets blocked. So odds are Back to the Future probably does too. I'm going to say Tavern's Pool is probably correct here in his super chat. Probably not going to be able to do that one, excuse me, on Saturday morning. But we can do some OBTV. We can do some OBTV for sure, man. But thank you guys for sending in those extra clips here for the Nostalgia Spotlight. A little bit of a palate cleanser there for the bucket of cheese for shoveling, what was it, 22 gallons? 22 gallons into the rice. Okay, a little palate cleanser from that. But here, if that didn't work, if that wasn't enough, if you need more, if you're like, hey, okay, it was good rocking out with the Japanese version of the Space Battleship Yamato intro and the Back to the Future cartoon intro, but I still have visions of 22 gallons of cheese being poured over into the rice. I need another palate cleanser. I got you, because it's time, okay? Well, actually, let me talk about channel surfing. I did all that build up. I thought the next slide was the waifu roundup. I do this a lot. I forget about channel surfing. I need to stop doing that. Okay, palate cleanser on the way. You already know what it is. It's going to be the waifu roundup. You already know what it is. But real quick, the channel surfing theme. Okay, now this one's a big one, guys, because this is not only the channel surfing theme for next week, this is basically the channel surfing theme for next month. Now, it's not like October or December, where for the full month, it's all about the holiday that month, although it sort of is. It sort of is. It's just that the holiday actually is in July. So as you guys know, we are fast approaching June. This year is practically already halfway over, which is crazy. And once we get through June, which if it goes by as fast as May did, well, we're going to be there in no time in July, which means 4th of July. Okay, that's kind of like the next big holiday coming up is 4th of July, something that I would actually devote a Saturday morning lineup to, that we will probably get some waifus dressed for the occasion. So I thought, well, we got to do something for channel surfing. And our very own Daryl Walick actually came to me with this suggestion. He said, hey, as a build-up, since you're going to do something for July 4th, as a build-up, why don't we do like a world tour? So in the weeks leading up to, well, really, it'll be July 1st, because that Wednesday is July 1st, and the actual 4th of July is actually on Saturday. So we're going to have a special Saturday morning lineup that will fall on the 4th of July. But the closest channel surfing to that will be the Wednesday before, which is July 1st. And so what we're going to do building up to that channel surfing, which obviously will be a full-blown America channel surfing, right? We're going to do a world tour. So we've done sort of similar things in the past as far as focusing on content from other countries, but since that was a long time ago in the early days of channel surfing, I was a lot more sort of like specific about, you know, kind of like picky about what the themes would be. And we've learned over the years, now that we've been doing channel surfing for nearly 2 years, we've learned that it's better to keep the categories a little bit on the broad side. You know, we'll still have something, a tangible theme that you know exactly what it is, but we'll keep it a little bit more on the broad side when it comes to the type of clips. So that way you have less trouble finding stuff. You can, you know, think of things easier. And at the most important part, the end result, we have more fun. So what we're going to do is every week focus on a different region, and it can just be whatever. So when I say that we've done something similar in the past, way back, it was one of like the first probably 5 or 6 channel surfings, maybe within the first 10, but early on in channel surfing, we focused on Japanese commercials. We just did the commercials. We didn't really focus on too much else from Japan. Just, hey, some of these commercials are funny. They have American celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tommy Lee Jones in them that just show up and do goofy stuff. So we'll just focus on commercials. But instead for this, since like I said, we've learned that keeping the theme sort of broad so that you can get clips from more sources, that makes it more fun and makes it easier on you guys. So instead of just commercials, it's going to be content. Really, it's going to be Zook, okay? That's what I want. I want Zook from each of these different parts of the world. So it can be a commercial, it could be a PSA, a movie, a show, music. It could be something that, while maybe not manufactured from that area, stars like, you know, like Crocodile Dundee. You know, obviously it's a Hollywood movie, but it stars a character that is meant to be Australian, which is our first region, okay? Our first stop on the Nostalgia World Tour, Zook from around the world, okay? Nostalgia World Tour here on Channel Surfing. Our first stop is Down Under, okay? So from Australia and New Zealand, of course, T-Bone is going to be an expert on this one. So if you guys have any questions, I'm sure he would be happy to help you out. But it can be anything. It can be commercials, music, PSAs, which, and trust me, there are some hilarious foreign PSAs, especially from Australia. I've actually seen one that they're fucking zooked out, man. We talk about international zook. Okay, Australia has some, okay, even in their PSAs. So it could be, you know, TV shows, movies, music, video games, or something, well, maybe it was made in America, but it features an Australian character or a New Zealand character, whatever it may be, okay? So that's our first stop. We're going to be doing a world tour, and every week we'll be focusing on a different region. Obviously, I will announce that ahead of time here on Sterner Stuff, as well as reminding everybody when I make the community post on Wednesday. But you can just sort of look forward to that here for the next month, that it's going to be Zook from around the world. Yeah, Australia is not a real place. Exactly, Maricards. That's why I wanted to start there, okay? That's why I wanted to start there, you know, book, zooga, zooga. Zook, zook, booga, booga. Did I just get that backwards? But yeah, But yeah, that's why I wanted to start there, because yeah, it's not even a real place. But no, it's hilarious, man. And we do have at least one, if not a couple, Australian bacon ears. So yeah, time for some Vegemite. We got to finally figure out what the fuck Vegemite is. Okay, we need some Men at Work, some music. All right, and trust me, look up Australian PSAs. You will not regret it. Okay, you want a good laugh, look up some Australian PSAs. So yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So that'll be our first stop, and then I will announce the next region at the next Sterner stuff, and we will travel around experiencing Zook from around the world here over the month of June, and then when we get to July 1st, that'll be the big America channel surfing. And, you know, same rules apply. It could be commercials, PSAs, music, movies, TV shows, video games, whatever, just as long as it's got a big old dose of America. Okay, some Americana. All right. So, but that's, you know, that's July 1st. We got a month to go. We got a whole world tour to get through first, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So shout out to Daryl Walick. Great idea. Great suggestion. I also, I won't say exactly what it is just yet, because that would be a big old spoiler, but I even have some ideas for the themes that we're going to do after these. You know, we basically have like the next 2 months of channel surfing already planned out, thanks to some great suggestions from Loki Thorson and Daryl Walick. And as well as some sequel. You know, we got to do some sequels. We had a lot of fun. We did that all-star version, which clearly Heavy Metal Videos was the winner. So we will revisit that soon as well. So yeah, we basically have like the next 2 months of channel surfing planned out. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys. Now, if you still need a palate cleanser, if you haven't, if that debriefing right there wasn't enough for you with the 22 gallons of cheese into the rice, well, then let's get to everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup. So hopefully you kept those Wrangle devices tuned up in tip-top condition, whether you're going old school with the lasso or you went real fancy with the net launching tank. You know, after watching that episode of RoboCop Alpha Commando again, I kind of want a net launching tank myself. But whatever you got, hopefully it's ready to go, because we've got some excellent waifu pinups here from our talented artists on board the Orbital station, Master Krakken, the rock star himself, and Odacat as well, supplying the waifus for the roundup tonight, and you are definitely going to want to get them in your stable. So let's head to the front of the ship and hit the music to see just how many we're wrangling tonight. Here we go. We're off to a good start. I like that. The meter's got a good pace there. That's one down already. That's two. It's still going. Oh, we got a hair flip. Keep some music going in the background. That's three.
I'm doing my part.
4.
Redheads rule.
Redheads do rule, man. Redhead supremacy. 5, by the way. Redhead supremacy, man. Holy shit, and that's 6. Let's go. Let's go. We have more than a full stable's worth. You know, the average stable is 5 waifus. So we actually have a baker's stable. You know, it's 6 waifus there. 5 plus 1. And we are a quarter of the way into the next meter as well. So we might still be able to get a 7th waifu tonight. Who knows? Who knows? Can we hit it? Stand up, be counted. But hey, 6 is nothing to sneeze at. Like I said, that's a full stable plus 1. So excellent, excellent. Thank you guys so much for the big support tonight. So let's head over and see which waifus we're wrangling tonight. Who is getting in your stable? This first one should be pretty easy. My goodness, we spent so much time talking about her tonight. This should be a real easy one. Do you guys want to guess? It's like instant. I shouldn't see a single wrong guess.
I'm all hot and bothered. Ooh, so exciting.
I predict it's raining waifus.
Merrick Hearts with a monster dono right there. Getting Bayonetta all hot and bothered and filling up the 7th meter too. Holy shit. Thank you, Merrick Hearts. Yeah, you did indeed predict that it would be raining waifus, and it indeed is. Let's go. We're even rocking out. Rocking in the Savage Land.
No, someone sabotage my raunch devices.
Raunch? Your raunch devices. Raunch.
Japanese Elvis says hello.
Konnichiwa very much. I don't think that even makes sense when you translate it. Wouldn't it be arigato? Yeah, it'd be arigato very much. Konnichiwa very much. Konnichiwa very much. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Yeah, anyway,
Well,
yes, that's loyally.
Excuse me, princess.
It's fondue cheese.
It's definitely cheese. Definitely cheese. Excuse me, princess. Oh, we didn't get through the full pan up there. Denied the full pan up on Goth Zelda. Oh, man. But thank you, Whis, though. Thank you. It is. It's fondue. It's definitely cheese. Definitely fondue cheese. Thank you, guys. Guys are cracking me up. Okay. Moto arigato. But yes, you guys already guessed correctly. I think it was pretty obvious. That hair flip there, instantly an iconic hairstyle and redhead supremacy on our French space waifu. But as an added bonus, and you guys, I think we'll get this too. In fact, before I say it, do you recognize the outfit? You should know the outfit. Like, obviously, you knew it was Laureline. We all knew who the waifu was, but you guys should know the outfit. It's a little bit of a kind of an odd reference, a little bit of a, like another outer space character. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Boobies, the restaurant, that is, from Space Dandy, because see, Valerian is also a bit of a dandy guy in space. And so from Space Dandy, the restaurant Boobies has a particular outfit, a uniform, if you will, that all of their waifu waitresses wear. It's kind of like Hooters in space. And they just call it Boobies. They don't even come up with a clever name. They could have called it like meteors or something, a couple of meteorites there in that over-the-shoulder boulder holder. But yeah, so we've got Laureline dressed as a waitress from Space Dandy, the restaurant. The name of the restaurant is, of course, Vinny's favorite.
Boobs!
That's right. Vinny's favorite restaurant there. I mean, biker mice from Mars, they are from outer space, so I'm sure they've been there. But yeah, so we've got Laureline dressed as a Space Hooters waitress. It's perfect though. It works perfectly. Not only is the reference pretty funny, Space Dandy and Valerian, but the look, that sort of retro sci-fi, kind of like 70s sci-fi. It works, man. It's perfect. And then I love how Master Kraken added the little the French flag on the toothpick and the burger. That's a nice touch, French space waifu, Laureline, new top waifu, taking the station by storm. Redhead supremacy. Is anybody really that surprised? So our first waifu of the night, get her in your stable. In fact, I feel like the Crossfire Arena is going to be getting a lot of use real soon here, because we're going to be fighting to the death. Zoomerangs, okay? Zoomerangs to the death for Laureline. Let's go. All right, waifu number 2. This one comes to us from Otacat. Now, this one's a little bit out of left field, okay? But I'm sure she will still be popular with the bacon ears once you see her. I know you guys are going to recognize her. And we do get another redhead. That's really the only hint I can give you, because for one, I don't really know that much about this waifu to give you any sort of details. All I know is the show she's from, and that would just be a dead giveaway. But this was a stream boss request. In fact, I believe the Hollywood Kowloon Coalition, one of their members requested this one. And, I think it's a good choice. Like I said, you guys will still probably recognize her. I'm sure plenty of you will even be fans. You can't go wrong with redhead supremacy regardless. Even if you have no idea who this waifu is, I'm going to go ahead and hit the button so you can find out. And yeah, you might be a new fan. You might be you might say, hey, never had any interest in this show before, but suddenly I might want to check it out. So we've got Orihime Orihime from Bleach. Like I said, a little bit out of left field. You know, Bleach is a more recent anime, even though I know it's been going for a while. It's been going for like, what, 10, 15 years? Probably anime fans would consider it an older anime, but for me, it's like, it's still new to me, damn it. But I never watched that much of it, you know, because my speciality is older anime. But I do know Orihime. I know she's the redheaded friend, maybe even girlfriend of the main character. I don't know. It's been around for like 10, 15 years. They're probably married at this point. Who knows? They probably have like kids or something. Who knows? She's like a grandma. This is a gilf. I don't know, but she is a top tier waifu amongst fans of the show, and then I can appreciate the redhead supremacy as well as maybe a couple other features there.
Boobs.
I know Vinny's a fan. Okay, I know Vinny's a fan. Yeah, that's more than 2 scoops. Yeah. That's more than 2 scoops, right? Yeah, extra heck. Yeah. So Oda Cat, of course, delivering excellent work here.
Can I touch Orihime's yams?
Gotta get her in your stable, man. Get her in your stable. A beer drinking dwarf, man. That's his catchphrase, man. It cracks me up. Such a simple catchphrase, but it's so funny. Thank you, beer drinking dwarf. Appreciate you. So yeah, from Oda Cat, we have our extra heck redhead supremacy, Orihime from Bleach. And I think this is like a specific outfit too. Bonus points to anybody who can name the specific outfit. I think it's from one of the movies or something. But again, this was a stream boss request, but I think it might have made some new fans. I think there might be some baconeers that are going, I need to watch Bleach. Spin. Let's go. Thank you, Wiz. Visit from the Gyat Fairy, and another clip for us here. Oh, the leak spin. Yeah, that's right. She does do that, doesn't she? Okay, hold on. We got to go back. We got to go back here to the main part of the ship here so we can check the viewing. This is one of those things where, we've talked about it before, like the yams of holding, where it's a meme from an anime where even if you haven't seen the anime, you've seen the meme. So here you go. Dude, this is classic YouTube. This is like year one YouTube. Yeah, it's so nostalgic, isn't it? Like, it's weird. A lot of times we talk about nostalgia, we're referring to stuff from like the 80s and the 90s, right? But this is nostalgic for those early days of the internet with like YouTube and really social media in general. And it was like the Wild West. And this was the content. This was all there was. It was people just taking like 2 seconds from a random show and syncing it up to some random song that no one's ever heard ever before, but it just works perfectly. And so people will just watch it over and over because that's all there was on the early days of YouTube. Man, it was great. It's good times. Yeah, repressed memory unlocked, right? Medieval syphilis. That's what I'm saying. This is like year one YouTube, the rookie year of YouTube when it was good. The good old days, the Wild West, man. That was Wiss who sent that in. Excellent. Thank you. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, and that's same character right here. Is she looked a little smaller in that video. But yeah, she's the one who was spinning the leak. That's what it is, right? The leak. The weird little onion thing. All right, so that's waifu number 2. We have 5 more waifus to go. Are you guys ready to keep going? We got some more awesome stuff for you. And I hope you're not tired of redheads. You're not tired of redheads, are you? I hope not. You're not tired of redheads, right? Because next waifu here, we're keeping that redhead supremacy rolling. Okay? We're keeping it rolling. So this is a show that I am a lot more familiar with. definitely a waifu that we've been seeing a good bit of, especially if you're in the OBTV Discord and you're tuning in to the after party. So after Saturday morning cartoons, we have Saturday afternoon Zook, which is basically it's shows from the forbidden zone. So all the stuff that we're not allowed, we don't have permission to use on YouTube. After Saturday morning is done, we head over to OBTV in the afternoon and watch all of that stuff. So talking like X-Men, the animated series, Batman, anything from the big two, you know, Marvel, DC, Disney, Warner Brothers, all that stuff. We are watching all that all afternoon long. And one show in particular that we've been firing up and really getting into, you know, normally I'll just play 1 or 2 episodes of each show and then go to the next one. But this one, we're watching like 3 or 4 episodes, man. We're really into this. And it is X-Men Evolution. So that should be a real big giveaway, a dead giveaway. In fact, most of you have already guessed correctly. I don't think you even needed any of those hints. So you are all correct, everybody that said Jean Grey. Now, wait, real quick. You know it's Jean Grey, but real quick, I want to remind you, we talked about as we were in the chat, we're riffing on the shows, right? I said, you know what? Seeing all these waifus in X-Men Evolution, they need to have a bikini contest. You know, it is, after all, Linguini Martini bikini season, right? Okay, and we are making America skinny again, one slap at a time. That includes our waifus here, okay? Checking her cheeks. So we're going to be slapping our troubles away as we start off the bikini contest. Now, we'll have a couple of contestants, like 1 or 2 each week. That way we don't overwhelm you and bombard you with just the waifus from the X-Men. You know, we like to have a variety. So first up here, we have, as you guys already guessed, Jean Grey, specifically the X-Men Evolution version of Jean Grey. That's important because all of their bikinis will be based on their show's, the counterparts' costume. So specifically X-Men Evolution Jean Grey, which then would make sense why her bathing suit is black and green. Because she had that weird sort of like tan and blue in the 90s show. And I can't really spoil much. We haven't seen much of her in Wolverine and the X-Men yet. So don't really know what the color scheme there would be. And then, of course, in Evolution, as you see here, it was the green and black. Or it was like green and like dark blue or something. It was like midnight blue. I don't know. I think it depends on how good the copy that you're watching, if the colors have faded or not. But still, I liked it. I liked her design in that show. Of course, the cargo pants, Midriff City, not just her, like all the waifus, Rogue, Kitty. It's Midriff City on X-Men Evolution. It's fucking awesome. Boom Boom. In fact, we just saw the episode with Boom Boom. And I think that's the one. I think it was the episode with Boom Boom where we came up with the idea, hey, we need to do a bikini contest with all the X-Men waifus. So first up, Jean Grey from X-Men Evolution, rock. And I like how she's got the armbands that make an X. That's a nice touch. That's a really nice touch. So excellent work here from Odacat. Our first contestant, you will see more, possibly either later tonight or next week.
I want to touch and feel up Jean's midriff.
Why?
I bet
Now
it's
that's
so
not
soft and smooth.
Now, come on now, beer drinking dwarf. When you get too carried away, you veer from your catchphrase. Now you just sound a little like, you know, getting a little carried away. I just like the touch. That's the catchphrase. Yeah, touch in all caps. There you go. But I do agree. Yes, I'm sure the midriff is silky smooth. So there you go. Waifu number, is that number 2? No, number 3. Oh man, all these redheads, man. I'm getting confused here. All right, 3 redheads in a row. All right, let's get a little, speaking of variety, let's get a little variety here. Waifu number 4. Now this one I think should be easy. I'm pretty sure that the silhouette gives it away. I think it does. Maybe it's been too long. It was a couple weeks ago. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago that we saw this evil waifu on Saturday morning. So maybe you've forgotten, but I'm thinking you should be able to remember, okay? And this will be the first time that this waifu has ever gotten a pinup, okay? So first time getting a pinup. So if you're guessing a waifu that we've seen on the roundup before, then you already know that's going to be wrong. There you go, Prince of the Abyss. He even said the name that I remember her as, because it was a running gag in the show that every time, what was it, Ram Man? Team Ramrod? Was it? I think it was Team Ramrod, that every time he would address her or even just mention her, he would call her by a different name. One of them, easily the funniest one, and the one that we will always refer to her going forward, forevermore, Sancionados, is Shabuti from He-Man. So we've got Shabuti, evil waifu. She's gonna be in the game. So, you know, the beat 'em up game that's coming out this summer. She's actually gonna be one of the bosses that you fight in the game. And so, of course, we had to feature the episode. I think Prince of the Abyss had requested that we feature the 2-part episode. Her name, of course, Shakoti is her real name, but we're going to call her Shabuti, okay? Because Ram Man called her all sorts of stuff, but Shabuti was easily the funniest one. Shikaka would be a close second because it's an Ace Ventura reference, but yeah, he called her all the, I'm not even joking, he called her Shapoopy, Shabuti, Shikaka, like all sorts of stuff. So we're just going to stick with Shabuti because that name's hilarious. So that is her name going forward. You may not get a green skin girl, but because I know we were wanting that earlier, we got the green haired girl. But you get a blue skin girl, okay? Evil waifu, blue skin girl. Not bad, not bad. Also rocking a bikini. Now, she's not in the bikini contest. That's just for the X-Men waifus, okay? We're talking like Storm, Rogue, Jean Grey, you know, all that. They'll be the ones competing, but that doesn't mean that other waifus can't still rock a bikini, or in this case, kind of like a battle bikini. It's almost like a battle bikini armor version of her costume. Tyrant's Pool rocking out with Rogue in the Savage Land. Speaking of bikini contest, that could be an entrant.
After all of the bikinis are showcased, I think we need to have some X-Men Keijo matches in August. Who's with me?
Yes, that's an excellent idea. That basically we could turn Waifu Mania into that. You know, we Krakken and I, we've had Waifu Mania, the next event, in the works for a while. It's just so many other things are going on. But we could turn it into Keijo fairly easily. That's not a bad idea at all. Thank you, Tavern's Pool. And thank you for the super chat as well. Rocking out with Rogue in the Savage Land. All right, so Shabuti, evil waifu from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Blue skin girl, that's waifu number 4. We have at least 3 more to go, maybe more. I need to check the meter again, but let's keep it going here because we don't want to run too long. We've got a midnight movie coming up. So next up, we have waifu number 5. Now this one, I think you guys can guess, okay? The silhouette does a pretty good job showing the hairstyle. It's similar to a couple other waifus, so I'm thinking we might get a couple of guesses for other waifus that have similar, but I think somebody will get this one. Holy shit, actually a lot of people, like the first like few, it's like, damn, I thought people would say Janine from Ghostbusters, you know, or yeah, Cops, what's her name, Mainframe from Cops, but no, like right away, it's Dot from Reboot. Look at that. Jason Long right out of the gate was like, no, it's Dot from Reboot. So looks like you do get your green skin girl after all. Let's go. Dot from Reboot, ready for some Saturday morning cartoons. This particular fashion trend, this one has been pretty popular for a while now. Don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Blue skin girl.
Blue skin girl. That's right, Beardriga Dwarf. Thank you for the dono. But yeah, this fashion trend, don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. It's been popular for a while. We call it the state of undress. Basically, it's, you know, when the waifu stays the night over and then she's ready to enjoy the Saturday morning cartoons with you. What a waifu. I think we call that a keeper. Okay. So, you know, just throws on one of your shirts, grabs a bowl of cereal and the remote. Ready for some Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, that's a keeper. So we've got Dot, our green skin girl, showing you that she's down to watch some Saturday morning cartoons with you. How much better can you get? Life don't get much better than this. That's right. So that is waifu number 5, also courtesy of Odacat there. Dot from Reboot. Next up, waifu number 6. We're going back to Master Krakken, and this one should actually be pretty easy, because the silhouette will inform you that it's the same waifu that we see in the thumbnail, but obviously in a different pose, possibly wearing something different, or maybe not. You can take that as you will. But this one should be fairly easy to guess, right? Fairly easy, right? Bowsette, Toadstool? No. Who's in the thumbnail? Who's in the thumbnail? Kiss the girl. That's right. The originator of that quote, Princess Daphne from Dragon's Lair. There you go. Kiss the girl. Now, of course, this is the video game version. The cartoon one is not as detailed, less floofy hair. I mean, she still has like similar hair, but it's nowhere near as floofy. So I definitely prefer the bigger, floofier hair from the video game version, as well as the black dress that the video game version had as well. Even though it seems to have seen better days here. I don't know. I think maybe she's been in the dragon's lair too long, you know, the dragon breath, you know, all that heat. I guess it's like melting the fabric. Who knows? Seems like it's seen better days. But none of the Baconeers are complaining. Courtesy of Master Krakken, Princess Daphne here. Looks like Kitty has also maybe been up to it. Maybe it wasn't just the dragon's breath. I think maybe Kitty might have found his way into the lair.
Pardon me. Pontsu.
There you go. So courtesy of Master Krakken, I know we had one of Princess Daphne last week or the week before. Well, I don't know. It was recently. That I used for the thumbnail of the stream tonight. But, you know, so nice when the waifu like Daphne. So nice. We got to see her twice. So we got an additional pin up here from Master Krakken. It's kind of like a two-parter, you know, because the first one was inspired by the pose that she's doing in the game, you know, where she's trapped in the bubble. And this one is more when she's been set free. You know, you can feel the freedom, right? She just radiates freedom, doesn't she? So that one, courtesy of Master Krakken, excellent work from him. And waifu number 6. So we've got at least one more to go after we unveil this waifu, which should be probably the easiest out of all of the waifus. Guess tonight, this one should be the easiest. And then we will check the meter and see if we've got another one. But this might be the last one. This is waifu number 7, possibly our last waifu of the night. But let's see. Of course, it's Komugi. Did we get Komugi last week? I don't know. But we get Komugi often. She is going to be much like Laureline. You're going to see Laureline a lot going forward. Obviously, Komugi is going to be sticking around. They are joining the ranks of the likes of Charlie Girl and Princess Lana and Hannah Dundee. You know, these are waifu royalty that even if we haven't seen the show on that previous week, Saturday morning, that they are always relevant. It's kind of like how it's bikini season year round, right? You know, we have certain fashion trends that doesn't matter about the weather or anything on the orbital station. They're just in fashion year round. Same thing with the waifus, okay? We have waifu royalty that will always be relevant, okay? So we'll have the pinups peppered throughout these waifu roundups all the time. So of course, courtesy, you guys have already guessed it. Without further ado, I don't know why I'm keeping you in suspense here, but without further ado, one more here from Master Krakken. We of course have Komugi, and she's on her villain arc, you know, she's on like her rebellious arc. We saw some of the recent pinups where before she was cosplaying as the other Saturday morning waifus, and then I guess she got fed up with that because all the attention was on other characters' costumes. So she's like, no, I'm just going back doing original Komugi fashion. But of course, as always, Kitty is in charge of the laundry here on the orbital station. So everything gets shrunk in the wash. That's just, you know, it's just what Kitty does. He can't help himself. I don't think he actually knows how to properly work the washing machine. And guess what? I'm not going to teach him how. So the outfits are just going to continue to shrink in the wash. And so even though Komugi wanted to go back to something a little more original, I don't know. She's making it work. Even if it doesn't fit, she's making it work. So Komugi from Master Krakken as waifu number 7. Now let's go back and check the meter here because we might just maybe have waifu number 8. I got to check because this was a quarter of the way up to 7. So when I refresh this, that's waifu number 7 right there. And then let's get caught up here. And then beer drinking dwarf Touch with his catchphrase. Perfect catchphrase right there. I think we are right around halfway. It looks like, yep, just over. In fact, we are just over halfway there, living on a prayer to waifu number 8. But you know what? We can always keep her till next week. You guys have been insanely generous. Here's the preview. If you're curious, well, who is waifu number 8? Who could it be now? I think you can guess this one. This is another one of those pretty obvious hairstyles. Pretty obvious. Yeah. Yeah, see, I figured you guys would know like right away. Tavern's Pull, instant correct guess. Gojira. Gojira even specified that it was human Demona, which is correct, by the way. You know, I figured Demona, that's an acceptable answer, but the fact that you even specified it's human Demona, you guys definitely know your waifus. So we can save her for next week, though. Don't worry, she's not leaving the lineup until she gets properly wrangled. Somebody get her in your stable. She needs a good home. But you guys have been insanely generous tonight. Thank you so much. So we'll save Demona for next week. Okay, we got a great roundup tonight. Plenty of waifus, more than a full stable. You got Kamugi on her bad girl arc. You got Princess Daphne on her freedom arc. Okay, celebrating Freedom Day early on her freedom arc there. You've got Dot from Reboot ready to watch some Saturday morning cartoons. She heard about the sci-fi futuristic theme, or maybe the messy wrangling theme, the hidden secret theme of tomorrow's lineup, and say, hey, count me in for that. Let's see, we got Shibuti, the evil waifu from He-Man Masters of the Universe. She's going to be one of the bosses you fight in the video game coming out this summer, beat 'em up game. Can't wait. Whoa, Daharka 88, let's go.
Let go for 888888.
8888. Let's go. I think you just hit the meter perfectly. Boom, right there. Perfect on the dot. So, you know what? We'll just continue the review because I don't want to leave out the red-headed waifus. That would be horrible to leave out the red-headed waifus. So let me just finish the review real quick, and we will unveil waifu number 8, which you guys already know is human Demona. So we also got Jean Grey from X-Men Evolution Redhead Supremacy, first contestant in the X-Men Bikini Contest, waifus of the X-Men, of course. I don't think I need to clarify that, but just in case, waifus of the X-Men Bikini Contest, Jean Grey from X-Men Evolution with her bikini based on the costume from X-Men Evolution, color scheme, as well as I like the little X armband there. Pretty cool little detail included from Odacat. And then, of course, Orihime from Bleach with her more than 2 scoops. I think chat, the consensus from chat was that this was 4 scoops right here. Redhead Supremacy Bleach waifu. And then last but certainly not least, our redheaded French space waifu, Laureline from Time Jam. And of course, she's rocking the uniform from the Boobies restaurant from Space Dandy, because that's a hilarious little crossover reference there that I saw multiple people have that idea. And Master Krakken, I don't know if he saw it from you guys or came up with himself, but I know that Baconeer minds think alike. Okay, so we got the Boobies restaurant from Space Dandy uniform of Laureline. That's a title. That's a title right there. And that burger is making me hungry. All right, let's get waifu number 8. You already know who it is, so I'm just gonna hit the button that goes right to her. Okay, we're just gonna fast forward, not even going to the silhouette, just bloop. There she is. There she is. That was Laureline's silhouette. Not even going to Demona's silhouette. We're just gonna go right to Demona. And human Demona, as guessed correctly by the chat. A couple of people, Gojira, I saw a couple people in there actually guess correctly on that. And of course, as we've seen quite a few of the waifus, Jean Grey, Shibuti, a couple of the waifus tonight have been rocking bikinis. Well, it is officially summertime. Well, technically June 20th will be the actual official. But you know what? It's hot enough outside to me to declare that it's officially summer. Then it's really just an excuse for us to get more waifus in bikinis. All right, so we have human Demona from Gargoyles, courtesy of Odacat, rocking a bikini waving adios, bacon ears, as we reach the end of the show. She's going to be cruising on into the weekend, but that's okay. We're all on board the Gyat Yacht here, cruising into the weekend. So maybe she's saying hello, welcome aboard, welcome to the weekend here on the Orbital Station. All right, guys, that is the show tonight. Thank you, everybody, for the massive support tonight, which we did. Massive support, man. Lots of great waifus. You guys fueled up the perpetual waifu machine. Waifus are going whack for the stack. So thank you guys so much. The artist, thank you as well. Stream boss, Merrick Hartz, and it was a well-fought battle, in fact. We had a couple of people here going back and forth. Merrick Hartz, Brazel, and the Cheddar Swiss Coalition were all so insanely generous. Merrick Hartz, you're going away with 2, okay? You get 2, since we've got 2 Astronema waifus, 2 Ashley, the Yellow Ranger waifus in Power Rangers in Space tomorrow morning, and maybe a couple other duplicate waifus popping up here and there, because I don't want to spoil too much, but there is another episode that features a shapeshifter. So yeah, because that might also be another double secret theme, okay? So time, space, right? That's the obvious theme. Then messy wrangling, and then maybe dual waifu, dos waifus. Yeah, so that's what you get in Merrick Hartz. You get 2 waifus that you can choose to get the pinup treatment featured on a future Cerner stuff. And then I'm also going to give 1 to Brazel and 1 to the Cheddar Swiss Coalition, because all 3 of you were involved in a well-fought battle tonight. All exceedingly generous. So thank you guys. So 2 for you, Merrick, 1 for the Cheddar Swiss Coalition, and 1 for Brazel as well. Thank you guys. And thank you to everybody, man. Seriously, like, everybody was super, super generous tonight. Everybody who donated, everybody for being here, okay? Your time is valuable, so thank you for spending it with the Baconeers. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your night, whatever you decide to do. If you're not quite tired, though, and you'd like some more cheese, some more jank, and spending some more time with the Baconeers, the Bim Bams, the Flum Bums, we have a midnight movie, and guess what? It's finally back on Bacon Bits. So I know that we enjoy being able to have the midnight movie in OBTV, because sky's the limit, no restrictions, but it's whoever's in there. Not everybody wants to do Discord, wants to do the social media thing. I don't blame you. So we've got Bacon Bits back with movie night tonight. And not only is Bacon Bits back, but so are the Killer Tomatoes, because tonight's midnight movie is Killer Tomatoes Strike Back, which is the sequel to the last Killer Tomatoes movie that we watched on Bacon Bits about a year or so ago, which was Return of the Killer Tomatoes and the first appearance of Tara. That's right, we got live action Tara in that movie. I think she returns in this one. I don't know. I saw a waifu in it. I don't remember this one like hardly at all, aside from one particular scene. Maybe 2. But you'll know when you see them. But I don't really remember the rest. So can't remember if Tara comes back in this one. But you get Zook, you get jank, you get cheese. Okay. So at midnight, which is about 20 minutes from now, over on Bacon Bits, we're going to be watching Killer Tomatoes Strike Back. So hopefully I'll see you guys over there for that. And then I'm sure once it's over, because it's not a very long movie, less than an hour and a half long, if you're still not tired, I probably won't be, because I'm hyped for the weekend, man. We probably will end up watching some stuff in OBTV after that. So hopefully I see you guys somewhere, okay? Somewhere there. If not, hope to see you tomorrow morning for Saturday morning cartoons, and then the Anime Grindhouse tomorrow night at midnight. Until then, I want you guys to all stay awesome, stay based. God bless you all. Let me leave you now with a moment of Zook.
Excuse me. Can I help you, miss?
My name is Pussycat, and I want to be alone with you, Robin.
Alone with me? But why?
I can see a very important part of your education has been grossly neglected.
That's a funny-looking outfit you're wearing.
I could say the same for you, big boy.
Anything in particular you want?
Only you, Boy Wonder. She's done it.
baby, you're a real cute trick.
It works! Yeah!
You can pinpoint the instant where Robin's balls dropped. He fucking hit puberty in an instant. Whoa, buddy. The Zook Wonder. All right, guys, that's the show tonight. Y'all have a good one. Until next time, remember.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, nega ninjas.